Johnny Dollar.
How are you, Ralph?
Well, at the moment, not too happy. One of our clients, a pretty important one, is a man named Bertram Haskell. He owns a small copper mine up near Houghton, Michigan.
Where's that?
Up in the Keweenaw Peninsula, where it sticks out into the middle of Lake Superior.
So what's happened to Bertram Haskell?
Nothing. It's one of his colleagues, a man by the name of Oliver, Ben Oliver.
Well, what's happened to him?
Ben Oliver's been murdered.
I see.
Haskell demands that you be sent up there to find out who did it.
Why? What's the matter with the police?
I don't know. All I know is that he wants you up there, now, right away.
Well, as long as you're going to pay the freight.
Of course. Because we don't dare take a chance of losing Haskell's considerable insurance business. In other words, Johnny, it's because of Haskell rather than the small policy on Ben Oliver.
Oh, he was insured too?
15,000 straight life.
Who's the beneficiary?
His wife, but that's beside the point.
Is it?
The point is to satisfy Bertram Haskell, and thereby keep his account.
Okay, Ralph, I'll see what I can do for you.
Johnny.
Yeah?
That's pretty rough country up there.
So?
The same thing may apply to some of the people you'll run into.
Especially the killer, huh?
Yeah, so be careful, Johnny.
Sure.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Munch, 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 Fritos, corn chips.
And listen, since Fritos corn chips are fresh as spring itself, well, it seemed appropriate to give you a springtime gift. So Fritos have attached a free package of flower seeds on their large bags as their salute to spring. Now, there's nothing for you to mail in. Just buy a large bag of Fritos. And there, right on the bag, is your free package of flower seeds. They're the finest seeds you could get anywhere. Genuine burpee seeds. And there are 3 varieties. Beautiful zinnias, snapdragons, or petunias. Get yours while they last. Free flower seeds on the large bags of Fritos corn chips.
Munch, 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 Fritos corn chips. It's not polite to smack your lips, but you can't help it with Fritos corn chips. Munch, 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 Fritos corn chips.
And now, Act 1 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Continental Insurance Company, Chicago office. The following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Deep Down matter. Expense account item 16185 for a plane to Chicago, then a flight to Houghton, Michigan, far up on the Keweenaw Peninsula. It was mid-afternoon when I climbed off the plane and spent item 2, $50 deposit on a rental car. I got a highway map and directions to the Haskell mine, then headed north on Route 41. Along the way, I passed all sorts and sizes of workings, including the famous Quincy mine. It's supposed to have the largest hoist in the world. At the little town of Phoenix, I turned south and east on the side road that obviously was used for a lot of heavy trucking, and I finally arrived at the camp. I guess you'd call it that, surrounding the Haskell mine. There were 7 or 8 weather-beaten frame houses, a large barracks-like building, one fairly nice-looking brick home, a service building, tool shed, and garages. Bang in the middle of everything was a big hole in the ground. Above it, a hoist, looking somewhat like a heavy wooden oil derrick with a big wheel on top of it. A group of men stood around wearing shock helmets. As for finding the office, well, all I really had to do was follow the sound of what happened to be Mr. Haskell's booming voice.
Bastard idiot. Having any respect for the dead? You try moving Mrs. Oliver out of that house of hers, and I'll break your neck.
But don't you understand about
Don't you realize that Ben Oliver had more to do with the success of this mine than anybody else, than even I had?
Well, sure, I know.
Oh, get on over there and apologize to her. You need some new quarters, and some of those new men get hold of some carpenters and build them. Now go on, get over there and apologize to her. Well, who are you? What do you want?
Mr. Haskell?
That's right. Well?
My name is Dollar.
Dollar? Johnny Dollar?
That's right.
Well, why didn't you say so? I'm glad you got here, Dollar. You've got to clear this thing up. See that justice is done. Now, come in. Come into the office so I can tell you what's happened around here.
Yeah, sure.
Believe me, I won't sleep. I won't rest until whoever... well, sit down.
Thanks.
Dollar, Ben Oliver and I have been working over this country together for years. Ben's brains and my money. Ben picked the spot for this mine.
So I understand.
Dollar, I've made and I'm still making a fortune out of it, in spite of the fact it's a small operation.
And Ben Oliver?
Ben. I tried for years to make him my partner so that we could fully share in this thing. But he wouldn't have it. Pure scientist, Ben was. No real interest in money. So the best I could do was promise him a fat royalty for the rest of his life. But I never dreamed his life would come to an end so soon.
What happened, Mr. Haskell?
He was murdered down in the third sub-level of the mine, in a stope we discontinued working for a while because of some exploration he was doing in it.
And you've no idea who or why, Mr. Haskell?
If I or the police could find any possible reason for Ben's being killed, we might be able to pin it on one of them, the man who did it.
You say...
But as it is, we haven't even reason to lock up those men who could have done it.
You say the man.
Well, under the circumstances, it had to be one of the miners. One of the 6 who were on their way down the shaft in one of the ore cars. And yet...
Well?
I said under the circumstances. But under the circumstances, not one of those 6 could have done it without the knowledge of the others.
Well, now, how do you mean that?
A single, carefully aimed shot, Dollar, from some distance away, 15, 20 feet.
Yeah?
Struck him in the back, went directly into his heart. Just one shot, but it must have been carefully aimed. But...
Well, go on.
That shot was made in utter and complete darkness.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
I know. Impossible. Utterly impossible. But that's the way it happened.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston gives you real flavorful, rich tobacco flavor. Winston's easy drawing too. The flavor comes right through to you. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
A modern filter? Sure, Winston has it. But that's only the beginning of a Winston. Up front, up where it really counts, Winston packs exclusive filter blend. Light, flavorful tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoking. Filter blend. That's why it's fun to smoke Winston, America's best-selling filter cigarette.
Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Deep Down Matter.
Look here, Dollar, on the wall, a diagram of the mine.
You, better explain that in one-syllable words, Mr. Haskell. I'm afraid I don't know very much about a copper mine.
Well, here's the main shaft where it goes down into the ground at a slight angle. It goes down along one side for the most part, one side of the main ore body.
That's under that big hoist I saw outside.
That's right, yes. The hoist, by means of a continuously running cable, works the ore cars up and down.
Like buckets on a conveyor belt.
Only they're detachable from the cable in order to fill them at the various levels, then bring them up and dump them at the surface.
Now, just exactly where was Ben Oliver killed?
321 feet below the surface, on the third sub-level, in what you might call a big room or cave down there. And remember, Dollar, Ben was shot in the dark.
No lights down there?
Ordinarily, yes, plenty of them, all over.
You better tell me exactly what happened, Mr. Haskell.
Oh, better still. I'll take you down there, let you see things for yourself. And you'll see why it was quite impossible.
Yeah, we'll see.
The last shift has just come out of the mine, so we'll have it to ourselves.
Whatever you say.
You'll say you'd better wear one of these shock helmets and these gloves.
Okay.
And keep your top coat on. You'll find it cold down there.
Right. Riding that ore car down into the bowels of the earth was something I won't very soon forget. It jerked and shook and shuddered its way down the narrow tracks. The noise was deafening, and there was something eerie, something frightening about it as we plunged on downward. Picture yourself aboard a slow-moving, noisy roller coaster going almost straight down into utter blackness, and you'll have some idea of what I mean. blackness, that is, except for the various levels we passed. All of them were strung with glaring electric lights, and I could see great caves. I believe you call them stopes, where the miners had cut away the ore.
Here we are, Dollar. The third sub-level. There it is, Dollar. The stope where Ben was killed.
This big cavern in front of us?
Yeah. He was apparently chipping away some samples of rock there at the side with his back to this shaft.
Well, now, wait. You said it was dark in here when it happened. But there's enough light in here now.
Ben was checking some of this ore for uranium.
Uranium? This country?
We've kept it secret. That is the possibility of it.
I see. Well, go on.
Well, he sent a message up to me asking me to get his scintillator, a Geiger counter, and so on. I picked them up at his home and brought them down here with the men, the 6 men I mentioned.
And?
As we reached this level, as I was about to disengage the car from the cable, the lights here suddenly went out. I stopped the car in its noisy fashion, and then, after a minute or so, one of the men struck a match. Dollar, do you see this light switch? We found somebody pulled it.
One of the men aboard the ore car.
It had to be. Anyhow, I turned it on. We had light again. And there at the side, 15 or 20 feet away from us, lay the body of Ben Oliver.
Did you hear the shot?
Above the noise of stopping the car? What's more,
Well,
Dollar,
did anyone see the muzzle flash?
No. You see, the weapon was a powerful air gun, a pistol of foreign make. We later found it at the bottom of the shaft.
Fingerprints?
No. The men were all wearing heavy leather gloves.
Well, did any of them actually see Oliver here before the lights were cut off?
I saw him.
And it all happened in the few seconds between the time the lights went out, you stopped the ore car, and put them on again.
In total darkness, one of those men was able to fire accurately, the shot that killed him.
No sign of a flashlight, anything like that.
No.
Then I see what you mean about it being impossible.
Nevertheless, it was done, and by one of the men aboard the car. And that's why I sent for you, Dollar, in the hope that you somehow can bring the killer to justice. Well?
Well, from here, Mr. Haskell, it looks like you've handed me a pretty large order.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment.
Welcome, recording star Mel Torme.
It's terrible trying to sing with a bad cold. So I always take 4-way cold tablets to relieve cold miseries fast.
Good idea. Tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains, headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
When you catch cold, try my way. Take 4-way cold tablets. The fast way to relieve cold distress and feel better quickly.
4-way, only 29 cents.
Now, a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. To get rid of embarrassing dandruff in 3 minutes, change to Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair. Rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch and embarrassing dandruff's gone. At the same time, Fitch can brighten hair up to 35%. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
I told Haskell I'd take on the case only if he'd let no one know why I was there at his copper mine. I parked my bags in the guest room of his house, apparently lived alone there. During dinner, he told me more about Ben, about their close relationship, about Oliver's hope of finding enough good uranium ore to make the mining of it practical.
However, in spite of his optimism, Dollar, I'm afraid it was all just wishful thinking on Ben's part.
Well, certainly worth some further exploration, though, isn't it, Mr. Haskell?
I doubt it. But we'll see. The important thing now is to find his killer.
Do you feel the police were thorough enough in their investigation, in their questioning of the men aboard that ore car?
Those men all swore they loved Ben. There's nobody can prove otherwise. Even I can't prove otherwise, even to myself.
You say the air gun was a foreign make?
Yes, that any one of them could have got hold of. There's a big foreign population in this area.
So I understand.
But unless the police can find out where it came from, to which of those 6 men it was sold, it's impossible, I'm afraid. And how to explain that shot in the dark that so unerringly found its mark?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. And maybe I've come up with a couple of ideas.
Oh? Well, good. I hope so.
Where are the 6 men?
I told you. Beyond a general suspicion, simply because they were there, the police have had no reason to hold them. You'll find them in the bunkhouse, all of them.
Then maybe I'd better have a talk with him.
Oh, by all means, do. And if you're able to break one of them down...
Let's, wait and see. Yeah, I did have a couple of ideas about that impossible murder. I questioned the men without telling them my real status in the case. But more important, I talked to Ben Oliver's wife. A quiet, gentle little woman. All in all, I felt she was taking the whole thing very well.
Yes. Bertram Haskell was always very good to Ben in his rather domineering way. But why do you ask?
Well, it's good to know what kind of a man I'll be working for if I take the job.
Just be sure you look out for yourself. That you get full credit for any discoveries you made.
Well, now, that doesn't quite tie in with what you just finished saying about Mr. Haskell, does it?
Ben was so unselfish, self-effacing, so easy to take advantage of. Oh, no, I shouldn't talk that way.
You sound as though you don't quite trust Mr. Haskell.
Please, I didn't mean that at all.
I see. I understand your husband thought there might be uranium in this unlikely spot.
He was sure of it, Mr. Dollar.
He told you so?
I typed out his report to Mr. Haskell.
Oh? Do you remember what he said in it?
Only that he was certain it had great commercial possibilities and that he...
Only that he what, Mrs. Oliver?
No, it isn't nice the way I'm thinking. The way I was thinking then, so let's not talk about it.
Well, look, this job, Mrs. Oliver, do you realize that it might mean a great deal to me? That if there's some reason why I shouldn't take it, well, isn't it only fair that you tell me?
All right. You seem like a nice young man, so I'll tell you this.
Yes?
In the report, I made Ben say that he felt he should share in the uranium profits, the way he was not able to share in the money from the copper he discovered.
I see. Thank you. Your husband had various instruments for detecting uranium, didn't he?
Yes, I'll show them to you.
Oh, good.
They're here in the closet. The things Mr. Haskell was taking down to him the day that he...
Yeah, I see. Geiger counter. And I guess this thing is a scintillator.
Yes.
And this?
Oh, it's some kind of a special light, I think.
Black light?
Yes, that's what he called it.
Sure. And it activates certain...
And here are the shoes he was wearing. The nice warm jacket.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
This black light. This thing is still working, and it is. Look, Mrs. Oliver.
Why, yes. Isn't that strange, the glow it makes on his... What is it?
Oh, Mrs. Oliver, I believe it's the solution to a murder. I borrowed the scintillator, the counter, the lamp, and I put on the jacket he'd worn that day. Put it on underneath my topcoat. I went back to Haskell's home and told him I had a theory about how one of the men aboard that ore car could have aimed so accurately in the darkness of the mine, but that I'd like to check it out down underground. He didn't quite understand what it was all about, but he agreed to go down there with me again. Anything, he said, to help find the killer of his old friend.
Pull the light switch, Dollar?
Yeah, that's right. Put out the lights so everything will be as it was the moment Ben Oliver was shot.
Whatever you say. You set down this detecting equipment for a while.
Sure. Now, off with the lights, huh?
Very well.
Now, look, I'm going to feel my way to the spot where Oliver was working. And it should be right about here.
Well?
I'm taking off my top coat, Mr. Haskell.
Oh, fine.
Because under it, I put on the jacket that Ben was wearing when he was killed.
I see.
Now, in a second or two, I'll turn around so the back of this jacket will be facing you, so that you can see it.
See it? How?
You'll see the spot in the middle of the back that was dusted with some radioactive material. By you.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in your hand by now. So that you can see it with the help of that black light. And I'm sure you have it in Have you turned it on, Haskell?
Yes, it's on.
And I'm sure you can see the target on the back of this coat. The same as you could see it in the dark the day Ben Oliver was killed. Can't you? Can't you, Haskell?
Yes.
A perfect target for you.
That's right. Dollar.
All through.
What? No.
Surely you don't think I stayed in that coat over there?
Dollar, listen.
Maybe there was uranium down here, huh? You knew there was. And you knew the only way you could keep all of the profits from it was by getting rid of Ben Oliver.
All right, but listen, Dollar.
Oh,
listen.
drop dead. And maybe you will, Haskell, if you try anything funny on the way back up to the surface.
No.
You see, this gun of mine is still loaded. An almost perfect crime. And he was so sure of it, he'd called me in to back up his story of loyalty to Ben Oliver, so that no one would ever question his taking over the uranium Ben had found. Expense account total, including transportation back home, $131.50. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Constipation can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say.
A laxative should be effective, gentle, close to natural acting. A medicine that can be used with complete confidence.
Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is so gentle, so close to natural acting, there's no upset. That's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity, gently. Overnight.
Now here is our star to tell you about next week's program.
Next week, Denver, Colorado, and a string of supermarket robberies. And what a racket. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, John Stevenson, and Will Wright. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is John Wall speaking.
Coming next, another tale calculated to keep you in suspense on the CBS Radio Network.
Let's take a walk around the block.
A wonderful idea. An old-fashioned walk, arm in arm with your sweetie. But first, you buy the right car to pick up your best gal. You drive her in style to the right spot for your stroll. Art Neat of Armory Garage says,
drive right to Armory Garage. Armory, the home of tested used cars and 101 time payment plans, has the lowest prices ever right now.
They're Armory's special low winter prices, and Art Neat tells you why.
Frankly, we'd like to sell you a tested used car right now, before the big spring rush. Pick from the largest stock in Armory's history. Drive it now. Enjoy it now, with no down payment to pay.
You don't start paying till May and take up to 36 months. Well, no wonder everybody says if you can't deal with Armory, you just can't deal. Don't make a date for your old-fashioned walk till you make a date with Armory Garage for a tested used car. Central and Colvin Avenue, Albany.
WROW, Albany, New York.
Johnny Dollar.
Well, now that's nice. What can I do for you?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, it's quite all right, and it's granted. Granted. And now that's all you have to say.
No, wait a minute. Who are you?
Wait a minute. Well, what for? I'm busy. I'm a busy man.
Alvin Peabody Cartwright.
Who?
You.
That's right. Cartwright.
Well, what are you calling about, Mr. Cartwright?
Calling who?
Me.
Well, who are you?
Johnny Dollar. Listen.
Oh, well, Johnny, what a fortunate coincidence. You're just the man I want to talk to.
Coincidence?
Of course, that you happen to call me this way.
Well, I'm afraid it was the other way around. What's on your mind, Mr. Cartwright?
Johnny, I'm being threatened.
Oops. Again?
Yes, sir. And since my life's insured by the Continental Insurance and Trust Company, well, that makes it an insurance matter.
Yeah, well, now look.
And I refuse to let anybody but you look into such matters. So, Johnny, I want you to come over here to Lakewood and see me right away.
Yeah, well, Mr. Cartwright, you're sure this isn't just some...
Yes?
Well, you know, a couple of times in the past, that is, these emergency calls of yours.
You think I'm joking? Well, I'm not. You failed to come here and protect me against this threat. And only two things can happen. First, I can be murdered.
And?
And second, I'll cancel all the rest of the insurance I have with that company.
After you've been murdered.
And so you get yourself on over here right away.
Mr. Hello? Well, here we go again. And yet, I wonder.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Continental Insurance and Trust Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the deadly chain matter. Thanks to Alvin Peabody Cartwright, I've been involved now and then in some real wild cases, real crazy. On the other hand, he's an erratic old eccentric, but extremely wealthy. As a result, he's not only been the target of a lot of rackets, but has come very close to being murdered more than once. So, item one on the expense account, $1 for a taxi to the office of Bill Ferguson at Continental Insurance and Trusts.
No, Johnny, he hasn't said a word to me. He tell you what kind of threat he's received?
No, Bill. As usual, he told me nothing.
Well, it doesn't matter, but with the millions worth of insurance we've written for Cartwright, and I mean millions, and to be sure we don't lose his account to some other company, well, we can afford to pamper him a bit, which is to say we can well afford to pay your expense account, even if all he wants to do is say hello to you.
Okay, then, Bill. I'll run over to his home in Lakewood and see him.
Of course, if he really is being threatened...
Don't worry. I'll let you know about it. Expense account item 2, $5.70 mileage on my car to Lakewood. For my money, it's one of the prettiest little towns in all of New England, home of a lot of wealthy retired people. The Cartwright place, where the old man lives alone, sits on top of a low hill at one side of the lake, with 2 or 3 acres surrounding the fine old house. Hi, Mr. Cartwright.
Johnny Dollar! Oh, well, this is an unexpected pleasure.
Unexpected?
Come in, boy. Come in.
Oh, thanks. Well, sir, how are you this fine July afternoon?
Afternoon? It's almost evening. Can't you see that?
Well, how are you anyway?
Oh, I'm terrible, John. Oh, I'm just terrible. That rainy weather the past couple of days, I've hardly been able to talk.
Well, there's been nothing wrong with today. A lot of nice warm sunshine.
Today I've been feeling fine. Whatever made you think otherwise? Oh, and tell me, whatever brought you here to Lakewood?
A phone call, Mr. Cartwright.
Oh?
Yeah, from you. You said you wanted to see me right away.
I said I wanted to see... Oh, yeah. Oh, of course I did. And you know why?
Why, sir?
Because I refuse to do anything foolish, that's why. And yet if I don't, Johnny, I'll get myself killed. Just like Hector Kenworthy and Alpheus J. Perrin.
If you don't what, Mr. Cartwright?
Carry on the chain letter I received.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
That's a fact. Look here. Like this. Yeah, I read. You see what it says? Continue this chain. it says. And you will not only receive a lot of money when your name reaches the top of the list, but in exactly a dozen hours. A dozen hours is exactly 6 days, John. I figured that one out.
Yeah. Well, go on reading.
Yes, now here. In exactly a dozen hours, you will have unexpected great good luck.
Oh.
But if you break the chain in a dozen hours, dire disaster will overtake you.
Oh, now, look. Surely you don't believe that kind of junk.
This very same letter was received by the two friends of mine I mentioned, Perriman out in Chicago and Kenworthy out in Los Angeles. They broke the chain. In exactly 6 days, they were both dead.
Coincidence?
Oh, no, sir. This is a vicious, murderous racket.
Well,
I'm sure of it.
Why do you say that, Mr. Carter?
Because of the way they died, Johnny.
Oh?
Yes.
Then maybe you'd better tell me about it.
But... Johnny, my good friend Kenworthy, out in Los Angeles, died exactly 6 days after he broke the chain of these letters, just the way the letter said he would.
Coincidence, I tell you, Mr. Cartwright, or at most a result of some superstitious fear that the letter instilled in him.
No, sir.
Well, that's what these chain letters do. They hold out that phony, hollow promise of giving you something for nothing. And they scare you into doing it, work on your superstition.
Johnny...
And if you think superstition is dead in this enlightened age, you're wrong. Why, some of these chain letters even include a religious-sounding prayer for good luck.
Let me explain.
And you know the only people who profit by the letters that ask to send money? The people who start them, or maybe one or two others out of the millions who send them along. Millions of suckers, that is.
But, Johnny, that isn't...
Look, ask anybody you know, anybody who's ever carried on the chain, how much did they get out of it? Nothing.
Well, now, this one is only for an exclusive group of wealthy, retired people. So listen...
Oh, sure, but take my word for it, it's worthless.
But don't you see...
Even if it's one of those that doesn't require sending any money, you can be sure the crook who got it going either has some ulterior purpose or he's just a plain crackpot. Anybody who gets scared into going on with it ought to have his head examined.
Johnny, will you listen to me?
And if they want you to send money... Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Cartwright. Go ahead. Just how did your friend in Los Angeles die after the dozen times a dozen hours had passed?
Yes, well, now, the same as my other friend, Alpheus Perriman in Chicago.
Yeah, well?
They were both of them run over by a hit-and-run driver at exactly the time the chain letters said disaster would overtake them.
You know they're against the law, don't you? Chain letters for any purpose.
Of course they are, and they should be. But you just listen to this, and this is why I'm worried.
Yeah?
A dozen hours after he received this letter and carried on the chain, Admiral Parley Barron came into a great fortune.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, you see. Now, and this one, Adjutant General Frederick Melchior was suddenly and miraculously cured of cancer.
Same old junk.
No, listen. But a dozen hours after Hector Kenworthy of Los Angeles broke the chain. That's my friend, Johnny, that Hector.
Yes, I know.
And after A.J. Perriman of Chicago broke the chain, they were both dead. Yeah, you see that? Right here.
Let me see. And if you break the chain, beware. The same thing can happen to you. It will happen to you.
Yeah, I know. You see, Johnny?
Well, I think maybe you're right. This is the same kind of scare stuff, but it goes a little bit too far.
Yeah, and it isn't the $100 I'm supposed to send.
$100?
Yes, $100 in cash to the name at the top of the list.
Exclusive list of honest, wealthy, retired people.
Exactly. And do you know who else has received one? Here in Lakewood?
Who?
Mrs. Templeman, the rich widow who lives over at Piney Woods, and Wilfred W. Winterbottom, the retired oil millionaire.
This name at the top, the one who gets the $100, Mr. Daniel Stringer.
Yes, here's the address, care of Post Office Box 101, New York, Zone 84, New York.
I don't know what part of New York that postal zone is, but believe me, I'm going to find out.
You are? What do you mean you're not going to leave me?
I'm not just going to sit here.
But don't you see? The dozen times a dozen hours are over for me.
And you're superstitious, too? Enough to be scared by the threat in this chain letter? Enough to maybe hurt yourself by doing some fool thing or other because you are scared?
Oh, well, no, John, no, why, of course not.
All right, then. I'm going to get you a bodyguard from the local police. Where's your phone?
They're on the stand in the corner. But now, Johnny...
Yeah?
If the police come around, wouldn't that warn anybody who might be coming here to harm me?
Mr. Cartwright,
Yes, Johnny?
there are times when I think you're... Well, I think a lot of things about you.
Oh, sure, I know, yes. Wild and crazy, eccentric old man.
To be very blunt about it, yes.
Yeah, maybe I am. A little bit.
But when the chips are down, you're no fool.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be too sure about that.
I've never really given much thought to this chain letter thing before. Sure, I've tossed some of them into the wastebasket. But maybe I should have investigated them, even the little ones, because they all work on the same principle. They all contain a threat, and they all capitalize on fear. Look at that. It says, exclusive list of honest, wealthy, retired people.
Yes?
Why, a list like that can be bought from 100 sources, from companies that cater to the mail-order business.
Yes, of course.
Oh, maybe I'm all wrong, but suppose somebody bought a list of wealthy people all over the country. Suppose he went to Los Angeles.
Yeah, well, where Kenworthy lived.
All right, yeah. Suppose he rented a post office box. Then he sent out a couple of hundred of these letters, maybe 1,000. A lot of rich people live out there. The letters were all the same, with his name at the top of the list. Then half a dozen fictitious ones.
Fictitious?
Yeah. Any names on that list that you recognize?
Let me see here. No.
All right. So maybe only 100 people were scared into sending the money, carrying on the chain. After all, like you said, it isn't $100.
You're right, Johnny. And 100 people at $100 apiece.
$10,000. Even half of that would make it worth sending out those letters. By the time the 6 days are up, he's collected enough, so he skips town.
And people like Kenworthy and Perriman, you think he killed them to carry out the warning?
Well, frankly, I doubt it. Just the same, I think I'll call the Lakewood police and have somebody sent out here to look after you.
Even though...
Even though.
What is it, Johnny?
Maybe I was wrong, Mr. Cartwright. Your phone wire's been cut.
Johnny, the phone. The telephone isn't working.
Ask me, Mr. Cartwright. Somebody's cut the wires.
Then the threat in that letter. It means that somebody's come here to carry it out.
Only one way to make sure. You stay inside here while I go out and take a look around.
Maybe that's what they want you to do, go out there in the dark. Huh? Johnny, I'm going with you.
No, you're staying right here. I'll be back in a minute.
But there may be some danger.
Or it may be that your phone is just out of order. We'll see. There was enough moonlight for me to see where the line off the telephone pole led to a connector box at the back end of the house. There wasn't enough light for me to notice a trailing vine as I edged my way along. So what happened? I tripped and fell flat on my face. Before I could get back up on my feet.
So you come out to see what was wrong?
Oh!
You were Mr. Cartwright.
Oh!
For not reading your mail real good.
When I finally came to, I found myself on a big leather sofa in one corner of Mr. Cartwright's library. My head felt like it had been the target for a bolt of lightning, and the lightning hadn't missed. A familiar face slowly came into focus.
That's right, Johnny. Another little sip of this brandy, and you feel much better.
Mr. Cartwright.
Here you are.
Thanks. Thanks.
I was afraid there might be somebody out there, so I sneaked on out after you.
Yeah?
Yes. And I took along an old cricket bat.
Oh, no.
Yes. And when I saw what he was doing to you, I let him have it. Oh, yes, it was all I had. Oh, I slayed him.
Well, who is he? Where is he?
I had an awful time dragging him into the house, but I did it, Johnny. Yes, indeed, I did it. And I locked him up in the broom closet, too. I locked him up tight.
Good. I told you you're okay when the chips are down.
Oh, it's just that I caught him off guard.
Oh, sure. But now if I can get up on my feet.
Yes, the boy.
Yeah, I think I'd like to talk to him. Our visitor turned out to be a pug-ugly gorilla, hardly the brains behind a chain letter racket. Except for admitting he'd been hired by somebody in New York to come up here and give Mr. Cartwright a beating, then make it look like a burglary job, he refused to talk. So we locked him up again, and I laid my splitting head on a pillow for some much-needed rest. By the time I awoke in the morning, feeling somewhat better, Mr. Cartwright had fixed me a mess of bacon and eggs for breakfast.
Sure, Johnny. I just walked down to the corner gas station and called the telephone company. And you know something? They came out here and had that line all connected up again in less than an hour.
Good.
Yes, it's just like that. So maybe I'll buy a couple thousand more shares of stock in the telephone company, huh? Just to show them how I appreciate it.
Yeah. What about our little pal? I mean, the one who slugged me last night.
No, sir, Johnny. I decided that after the way he behaved last night. He doesn't deserve any breakfast.
No, I mean, where is he?
He's still locked up in the broom closet. Do you think I ought to call the police to come and get him?
No, not yet. Maybe I can beat some information out of him if we need it.
Well, of course we need it. Don't we?
Let's wait and see. First, I'd like to make a phone call. The call was to my old friend, Lieutenant Randy Singer, New York Police Department, 18th Precinct.
Post office box 101.
Yes.
Postal zone 84.
And if he comes around to pick up his mail, you nab him.
On what charges, Johnny?
Fraud, sending threatening letters through the mail, anything you can think of.
Yeah, okay, I'll dig up something. But I can't hold him for long unless you come down here and prefer something definite against him. And, Johnny.
Yeah?
You still haven't told me what this is all about. And if I didn't know you...
Just you grab hold of that box holder if he shows, and I hope he does.
Yeah, well, just you be sure and get on down here.
Mr. Cartwright and I piled into my car. We drove over to call on first the wealthy widow Templeman, then the retired millionaire, Mr. Winterbottom.
Why, yes, Mr. Dollar, I was just about to mail in the $100 to the name at the top of the list.
Don't.
Then later I'd mail out the other letters to some of my friends.
Don't do it.
But if I don't, something terrible might happen to me. The chain letter said so.
If you do, it'll be a violation of federal law.
What?
That's right. And you could end up in prison for it.
Prison?
Well, Mrs. Templeman?
Prison, Mr. Dollar?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Better do as he says, Mr. Winterbottom. But I didn't realize. I didn't know
You do now, sir. Then back to Mr. Cartwright's home on the hill, just in time to answer the telephone. Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, I've got him. And what a find.
Yeah, Randy?
Daniel Stringer, alias Danny McKay, alias Willie Daniels, and half a dozen other things. I watched him unload the post office box myself, Johnny. Then I tailed him to a cheap rooming house.
Go on.
When I nabbed him, he was opening, must have been 50, 60 letters he'd got. Chain letters. And Johnny?
Yeah?
You know what he was taking out of them?
I can guess, Randy.
Thousands. Enough money to hold him on suspicion of almost anything. And Johnny...
Still here.
He also had a bunch of new letters he'd written. All addressed to folks in a wealthy section down near Germantown, PA.
Then hang on to him, Randy. I'll be down to make formal charges against him.
Okay.
Maybe I'll pick up a chief inspector from the post office department to do it.
Okay, Johnny.
Yeah, maybe some of those chain letters, the little ones, are harmless. But again, maybe they're not. And they're all against the law. But there's only one thing to do. Avoid them like the plague. Or better still, if you get one, take it right down to your local postmaster. He'll know how to go about helping to stamp out this racket. And believe me, that's all it is, a racket. Expense account total, including mileage on my car and the trip to New York and back, $27.35. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, mystery, suspense, and, murder. Take me to Columbus, Ohio. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Howard McNear, Paul Dubov, Frank Ursel, and Herb Vigran. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Jim Matthews speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Well, here I am. I'm home.
Huh? Who,
I said I'm home from my vacation.
Wow, great. Good for you.
So, when are you going to come over and ask me to marry you?
Oh, it's you.
Who else?
Well, I don't know. How about if I pop the question right now?
Well, go ahead.
Will you marry me, Paula?
You bet your life. What, Paula?
Who else?
Why, you two-timing. This is Betty Lewis.
Yeah, I know.
Come clean with me, Johnny. Who's Paula?
Oh, now, does it make any difference?
Paula who, Johnny? Johnny?
Oh, Smith, Jones, Brown, you pick one.
You rat. until I could... You were kidding me, weren't you?
Weren't you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, sure, I guess so.
Oh, sure, honey. With this crazy business of mine getting slugged and shot at all the time, why, you know as well as I do it wouldn't be conducive to a happy married life. Not for either of us.
Yes, I know, honey, but someday...
Yeah, someday.
Anyhow, I'm home again for my extended vacation, so...
So, how about dinner and a show and a big night all around?
I'd love it.
Say 7 o'clock?
Make it 6:30 and I'll have cocktails ready and waiting, right here at 11/3/25.
Betty, my love, it's a deal.
Good. I'll see you in exactly 7 hours and 31 minutes.
On the nose.
Bye, honey.
Yeah. Well, let's see now. Yeah, honey.
Huh? Don't give me that honey stuff. This is Randy Singer.
Randy, how's the old New York Police Department these days?
Johnny, I gotta see you.
Okay, I'll run on down there first thing in the morning.
No, I mean now, right now.
Oh, well, now, look, Randy, I got a date tonight, important one.
Yeah, and I gotta go out of town with the chief on a murder case, leaving in a couple of hours. Maybe gone a week, maybe longer, so grab a train, will you?
Well, if I could be sure of getting back here by early this evening.
Back there in Hartford is where you should be, as quickly as possible.
Huh?
After I've talked to you. So if this timetable I have means anything, you can grab a train in about 20 minutes.
Well, now listen, Randy,
I'll have the boys in the prowl car pick you up at Grand Central Station.
Listen, will you?
Grab your hat and come on. See you, Johnny.
Randy!
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Are you smoking more now, but enjoying it less?
Have a real cigarette, have a Camel.
Are you missing the smoke the nation likes best?
Have a real cigarette, have a Camel.
Are you looking for flavor and mildness?
Have a real cigarette, have a Camel.
The best tobacco makes the very best smoke.
Have a real cigarette.
A real cigarette.
A real cigarette, have a Camel.
If you're smoking more today, but enjoying it less, try Camels. More people smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Any filter, any king, any regular. The Camel blend of costly tobaccos has never been equaled for rich flavor and easygoing mildness. The best tobacco makes the best smoke.
Have a real cigarette.
A real cigarette.
A real cigarette, have a Camel.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Attention, Mr. Pat McCracken. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the double identity matter. Pat, you haven't assigned me to this case, but it does concern some of the insurance companies that Universal Adjustment Bureau services. And if there's any question about reimbursing me for whatever charges I may run up, well, read on. Expense account item 1, $495, taxi to the station and a train down to New York. As promised, Lieutenant Randy Singer had a prowl car waiting for me at Grand Central, and a few minutes later I barged into his office in the Homicide Division of the 18th Precinct.
Okay, Conroy, okay. Just go tell the chief I'll be ready to leave by the time he is. Now go ahead.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant.
Sit down, Johnny. Glad you can make it.
All right. Tell me one thing, Randy. Is this an insurance matter?
It sure is, or rather, they are.
They?
Maybe you weren't called in on them, but, brother, you should have been. Here, look here. Fall 1956. John R.V. Brownfield. Lived in a small apartment over on the east side, but the old boy had a lot of money.
So what happened? Somebody knock him off?
His death was pronounced a suicide, overdose of sleeping pills.
Yeah, happens all the time.
Does it? The insurance company that paid off was Eastern Casualty and Trust.
Oh? How much?
$41,000.
Beneficiary?
His wife. He'd only been married to her a couple of months. And after she collected, well, she just sort of dropped out of sight. Ask me. A lot of those companies of yours pay off too fast.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Listen, September 1957. Franklin P. Ogborn died the same way. Insurance paid to his widow was $30,000. Tri-Mutual Insurance Company.
Well, now, Randy, the mere fact that he also died from an overdose...
Listen, will you? August 1958. Peter William Gerhardt. Same thing. His widow collected $50,000.
Are you trying to say you don't think they were suicides, Randy?
I'd bet my bottom dollar on it.
Why?
Now, here's the last one, middle of last month. William Earl Chadwick. $25,000 to the widow.
I said, why?
Johnny, in every case, the marriage was only a few weeks old. A good-looking young girl and a wealthy old man. Also, circumstances of death were exactly the same. Exactly.
You investigate them all yourself?
No, they all occurred in different precincts. So until I started digging through these files, until I realized that all these men had been married, and for only a short time, mind you, had all been married to the same girl.
What?
Yes, sir.
You're sure of that?
She used a different name every time, and we have no pictures of her, but, Johnny, according to the description by all the people who'd seen her, well, Johnny, it's one and the same gal.
Okay, Randy, as long as there was insurance paid by some of the companies I work for.
Right. Now, so far, I've been running this down alone on my own hook until I could really spot her. So what happens when I finally do locate this dame?
I'll bite. What happens?
She turns up outside my bailiwick. Also, I suddenly got to go out of town for a week, maybe longer. But you, being right there.
Yeah, right where?
Hartford. That's where I've traced her to.
Oh? You know her name?
Sure do. So I'm handing it over to you, Johnny. You've done me a lot of favors over the years, so... Well, maybe you can collect yourself a nice commission.
Oh, what is her name, Randy?
She lives at 11325 East Maple Drive.
11325.
That's right, and she goes by the name of Lewis.
What?
Yep, Betty Lewis. Oh, what's the matter, Johnny?
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Are you looking for a career with a lot of bright job opportunities and a chance to be someone? Then by all means, look into professional nursing. Young women between 18 and 35 who are high school graduates in good physical condition can qualify for nurses training. There are many fascinating outlets for nurses' talents. They can work in hospitals, private homes, doctors' offices, in research, industry, or the armed forces. There's a great need for women to teach nursing, too. Women under 50 are also needed as practical nurses. Practical nurses require less training than professional nurses. They assist in hospitals and perform countless valuable services in private practice. This message is also addressed to men because there's an increasing number of men going into both professional and practical nursing. So, find out if you can qualify for a nurse's career. Inquire at your nearest hospital or inquire at your nearest school of nursing. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Double Identity Matter.
I went over the files on the so-called suicides word for word. I read and reread the descriptions of the widows. They all were the same. No question about it, the same girl had been married to each of the four victims, had been married to each of them only a very short time. Then after death, from an apparent overdose of sleeping pills, she had collected the insurance and quietly dropped out of sight. But Lieutenant Randy Singer, NYPD, had tracked her down and traced her to Hartford. And according to him, according to the description, she was Betty Lewis of 11325 East Maple Drive. Betty Lewis, the girl I knew and palled around with. The girl I had a date with that very night. The one girl in the world I almost took seriously.
What is it, Johnny? You know her? You know this girl?
Yeah. That is, I think I've seen her there in Hartford, Randy.
Good. Then go back there. Get next to her, Johnny. Trip her up. Make her spill the beans about these murders.
Murders?
Well, don't you agree she must have fed those old codgers all those sleeping pills just to collect their insurance?
Kind of looks that way, doesn't it?
What's the matter with you, Johnny? It's as plain as the nose on your face. And boy, how those descriptions of her all tie together.
Yeah.
Height, weight, build, complexion, eyes, everything. Of course, she dyed her hair differently a couple of times.
Blonde.
When she married her last victim, she was a redhead. What'd you say? She's a blonde? She's a blonde now?
Randy.
Yeah?
How'd you get onto her?
It's a long story, Johnny, but somewhere along the line, I got suspicious about those sleeping pills. They were all the same, a special prescription. Are you listening to me, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, then I found out that not one of those old men had been given a prescription for them. So to make a long story short, I finally ran down a kid working in a drugstore who'd been getting him to her.
I see.
But instead of nabbing him, that would have spread the alarm, you see. Johnny, I got real lucky. In the trash barrel where the kid lives, I found some letters for her, all written within the last month, telling him to start making some more of the stuff for her. In other words, Johnny, as soon as she can trick some other guy into wedding bells, somebody up there in Hartford, but if you can grab her first, pin those 4 murders on her, huh?
Hey, Lieutenant.
Yeah, Conroy, what do you want?
That newspaper reporter that was here to see you.
Huh? What newspaper reporter?
I told him you was tied up with Johnny Dollar on that suicide run.
You what?
Well, I seen them files there on your desk.
Conroy, you dope, when the chief and I get back from this trip,
That's another thing, Lieutenant.
Huh?
The chief said if you don't want to start pounding a beat again, well, you see, he's been waiting out front for you for about 5 minutes.
Conroy, you crazy? Why did you say so? Tell him I'm coming. I'm coming right away.
Yes, sir, I'll tell you.
Johnny, will you take it from here? Down.
Sure, Randy.
Attaboy.
It's truly Johnny Dollar in a moment.
Meet star Stuart Irwin.
Nothing's worse for an actor than a nasty cold. To feel better quickly, I take wonderful 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve cold distress.
Right. Tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains, headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
Take my advice. For your next cold, take 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve those cold miseries.
4-way, only 29 cents.
And now here's a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. To get rid of embarrassing dandruff in 3 minutes, change to Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair, rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch and embarrassing dandruff's gone. At the same time, Fitch can brighten hair up to 35%. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Johnny.
Betty, what are you... what are you doing here?
Hey, don't I even get a kiss after being away for a solid month?
Betty, tell me.
And don't you think I'm the one who's entitled to ask the questions? After all, honey, you stood me up. Or did you completely forget about our date for this evening?
Listen, will you?
Much as I hate to admit it, I guess maybe you were right, darling.
Yeah? About what?
No decent kind of a married life, that sort of thing. You wore out on some case, I suppose.
Yeah.
But you know something? I'm just not going to give up on you, Johnny Dollar. One of these days...
Yeah, Betty. Now, listen.
Well, what is it, Johnny? What's the matter?
How did you get in here, Betty?
Well, when you didn't come for me as you promised, and when you didn't answer the telephone, well, I was afraid something terrible might have happened to you, so I drove on over here to see you. The door was wide open, so I just came on in. I started looking around for you in the den and the bedroom, and then... Well, that's when you came in.
Betty, your vacation.
Well, it's about time you asked me about that. I missed you while I was away, honey. A whole long month.
Where did you go?
You didn't get all those pretty postcards I sent you? From the Poconos and Atlantic City and New York?
New York. How long in New York?
Oh, a couple of days going and a couple of days coming back.
That's all?
Of course it is. Johnny, whatever's the matter with you?
Your hair, Betty.
What?
What color was it before?
Well, I like that.
What color? Tell me.
You mean to say you think I dye or bleach it or something? You know very well that I... Johnny, what's come over you?
My desk there.
Well, yes, I wondered about that, darling. I hope you're not always that sloppy, leaving things scattered around that way.
All right, Betty, listen.
And do you always leave that window to the fire escape open when you go out?
That window?
To say nothing of leaving the front door open, too.
Hey, Betty, look. Look, it's been jimmied open. See the marks here.
Well?
Yeah, see, look. Here, where it was pried open. See there.
Well, it's just like my mailbox.
Sure.
You seem almost happy about
Well,
it.
maybe I am.
Or did you think maybe I had... Only you know darn well I can't even use a can opener properly. Well, now, listen, Johnny, will you please tell me what this is all about? Why are you acting so strangely?
Betty Lewis.
Listen, darling, has all this big mystery anything to do with that newspaper headline I saw? Some kind of a suicide case?
You don't know anything about that.
So that's why you were so late. And Johnny, does it have anything to do with your window being forced open, your desk being rifled this way?
Yeah, I think so. And maybe you're coming here. Maybe you scared away whoever it was. Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Did you say that your mailbox out at your little house, did you say that thing had been forced open, too?
While I was away. I don't know whether anything was taken because I don't usually get much mail, but the tiny lock on it was broken.
You came back yesterday.
Late last night. And then today, well, you see, the mail's always delivered during the day while I'm at the office.
What time, Betty?
Oh, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, I think.
So what happened today?
Well, you know that rain, that drizzle we had this morning?
Yeah, go on.
Well, I got back from the office and went out to see if there was any mail. Now, you love mysteries, Johnny, so maybe you can solve this.
Go on, Betty, go on.
All right. Well, there in the mud around the mailbox were the marks from those big clodhoppers the mailman always wears.
Well?
And right on top of them were some other footprints. High heels, Johnny.
Of course.
The shoes must have been almost exactly the same size as mine. So, do you suppose maybe somebody else, some woman, has been using my mailbox and my address while I was away?
You bet I do. Betty Lewis.
What?
10 or 11 o'clock, you said.
Oh, you mean the mailman?
That's exactly what I mean. Now, listen. I want a key to your house.
Oh. Will you marry me?
I'm serious, Betty, and tomorrow morning you go to the office as usual.
Don't you mean if I feel up to it after we finish celebrating my homecoming tonight?
That party's going to be tomorrow night.
Tomorrow?
Because I have a sneaking suspicion that by then we're going to have something to really celebrate.
Oh, like what, dear?
The solution of 4 murders.
Oh, Johnny.
Shortly after Betty left for the office the next morning, I established myself in a little house on East Maple Drive. I parked myself behind the filmy curtains at one of the front windows. Then I waited. At 10:31, the mailman walked up. In addition to a couple of letters, he left a small package in the mailbox. It didn't take much to guess what was in it. I waited some more. An hour and a half. Did whoever that package was intended for, and I was sure it wasn't Betty, did they know the mailbox was being watched? After all, they knew from the newspapers that I was on the case. But unless they appeared to collect this package, I had no case. Then it suddenly occurred to me the important thing was to be sure of having that package myself as evidence. So after making sure the street was clear both ways, I slipped out the front door, walked casually out to the mailbox. Aha. Miss Betty Lewis, 11/3/20. Huh?
Just a minute there, you.
Yes?
Just what do you think you're doing poking around my mailbox that way?
By golly, you do look like her.
What are you talking about?
The real Betty Lewis.
Well, I'm Betty Lewis. Now, if you don't mind, that package you just took out of the mailbox.
Sorry, miss, whatever your name is, but I need it as part of the evidence.
Evidence?
Yeah. That'll pin the murders of 4 husbands on you.
Johnny Dollar.
That's right.
All right. Give me that package.
Oh, put that thing down,
I'll
lady.
pull the trigger, Johnny, if you don't give me that package. Give it to me.
Okay. Whatever you say.
You dirty...
Maybe you're a lousy shot.
No, you're hurting me. Oh.
Okay, now back in your car.
Now listen, Johnny, listen.
Get in.
Listen, Johnny, I'll make a deal with you.
And you're driving, lady. Right straight to police headquarters. Sure, there's a lot more to be done, only by the police, both in Hartford and down in New York. But there's not much doubt about the outcome, especially since the kid who supplied the drugs broke down and said plenty. The insurance companies, well, the money she had left can be prorated among them, and that'll be that. My problem, of course, will be explaining things to Betty. But you know something? That may have its pleasant aspects, too. So expense account total, well, call it $20, provided there's also a fee on this one. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Constipation is something people don't talk much about, but it can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Now, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say. A laxative should be effective, gentle, as close to natural acting as possible, and a medicine that can be used with complete confidence. Well, pleasant-tasting chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is gentle. Next morning, it gives you the closest thing to natural action. And that's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity gently, overnight.
Is X-Lax in your medicine cabinet?
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the wildest bunch of crooks I ever tangled with. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Joan Banks, Lillian Bayef, Herb Vigran, and G. Stanley Jones. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Fate stacks the cards against a jittery gamble in suspense. Next from the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Yeah?
What?
I said, yeah.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean, and who are you?
Oh, Johnny, this is Pat McCracken at Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Well, hi, Pat, but what's with the crazy dialogue?
Oh, that word, that yeah, was most of the conversation I got from some crazy character who just called in.
I'm afraid I don't dig you.
Oh, he called about 5 minutes ago. Said he'd been trying to reach you, but he got no answer.
I was out picking up a morning paper. Who was he, Pat?
He wouldn't say. He just gave his phone number.
Wait a minute. There's only one man in the world talks like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Was the call from San Francisco?
No.
Oh.
Los Angeles.
Well, then maybe I was, Well, because the man I was thinking of... Now, wait a minute.
Yes, I'm waiting, John.
Tell me just one thing, Pat.
Well?
Have any of your insurance companies been having to pay off on any big fires lately? I mean, out in Los Angeles?
On any fires?
You'd better start checking with those companies out there.
No, wait a minute.
Do it, Pat. And I'll lay odds that you get a handful of arson reports.
Arson?
Yes.
Johnny, just because some silly guy calls up and all he says is, yeah.
Hey, let me have that phone number he gave you.
Oh, Johnny.
Come on, Pat. What is it?
Hollywood 8, 3142.
Okay, now you go ahead and check with your West Coast insurance companies. And get ready to pay my expense account to Los Angeles.
Are you kidding? Are you trying to tell me that the way some jerk says yeah means arson on the West Coast? Now, don't be silly.
You, want to bet?
Oh, Johnny.
Pat, I'll call you back.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Talk about best-selling records. Here's a familiar tune about America's best-selling filter cigarette, Winston. Winston gives you real flavor. Full, rich tobacco flavor. And you know, that's because only Winston has filter blend up front. Choice, flavorful tobaccos, specially selected and specially processed for filter smoking. No wonder Winston tastes good. Like a cigarette should. Smoke Winston.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Burning Desire matter. Yeah, as I told Pat McCracken, there was only one person I knew whose conversation might consist mostly of that one word. So, expense account item 1, $250 for a phone call to Hollywood 8, 3142. Hello? Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah?
Smokey Sullivan. Well? Smokey, this is Johnny Dollar.
Yeah?
Hey, you tried to call me here in Hartford. I was out. You called Universal Adjustment Bureau. I got the message. Here I am.
Yeah, Johnny.
Only what are you doing in L.A.? Last time I saw you was in San Francisco.
Got a job here, Johnny. Legit.
Hey, that's the stuff. Pays off, too, doesn't it?
Yeah. You're my friend, Johnny. You've done a lot for me. So, when I got a chance to help you...
Well, there's something doing out there, Smokey, that I ought to know about?
A bunch of fires, Johnny.
Arson, huh?
Yeah.
Is there insurance involved?
Why else anybody use a torch?
Yeah, you got a point there. But do you have any lead on whoever is behind the fires?
Yeah. So you better come out here, Johnny.
Okay, the first plane I can get. Where'll I find you?
322 South Equity Avenue.
South Equity. Okay, Smokey, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Now I'll call to Pat McCracken, pack my bag, and... Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Johnny, thank goodness.
Pat?
Yes.
I was just about to pack up and call
don't you ever get off that phone of yours?
I was talking to the guy who telephoned...
Listen to me. Johnny, you were right. Only reason that nobody smelled a rat is because a different insurance company was stuck with each of those fires out there. So until I called them to give me a report... Oh, and listen.
I'm listening, Pat.
According to the L.A. police, every one of them could have been arson.
Okay, I'll grab the first
7
plane.
of them in a row, Johnny, that we know about so far. I mean, I haven't got the reports in yet from all the companies, and I'm also waiting for another report from the police. Now, Johnny, your best contact out there...
That I've already got.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that character who called us up?
Yeah.
Look, will you please tell me, who is he? What does he know about this?
Universal Adjustment putting the old expense account on this?
Yes, of course.
Then I'll give it all to you in the usual report. See ya.
Oh, now, Johnny, listen.
Sorry, Pat, I gotta catch a plane. Expense account item 2, $162.85 plane ticket from Hartford to Los Angeles. Thanks to the time differential, it was only shortly after dark when the big mainliner set down at the L.A. International Airport. Item 3, $750 for a cab to Smokey's address. It was hardly Beverly Hills or Bel Air, believe me. 322 South Equity was in a beat-up part of a downtown industrial section. A weather-beaten 3-story house with a sign out front that said Boarders by the week a month.
Yeah, who are you?
Well, my name is...
Just what's a fancy dresser like you want around a place like this, huh? Well...
I'm looking for a man by the name of Smokey Sullivan. I understand he lives here.
That's right. Are you the man he said he was expecting?
That's right. My name is Johnny Dollar.
Well, he didn't tell me what the name was, but if you're sure he was expecting...
I'm sure. Now, where is his room?
Now, I don't know.
Where is his room, please?
Well, it's up on the second floor. It's just to the right after you get up the stairs.
Okay,
now,
thank
look,
you very much.
Well, now, maybe you'd better...
It's all right, I'll find it. Thanks a lot.
No, what I mean is, I thought you'd already come. I mean, what I mean is...
Smokey? Hey, Smokey, it's Johnny Dollar. Ah, what was that? Smokey! Now, what's all the... Oh, no. Hey, Smokey, can you hear me? Who did this? Are you... Good Lord. Smokey had really had it. Whoever had beaten him up probably would have killed him if I hadn't come along and scared him away. I looked out of the broken window, but of course it was too late to see who'd done this. Meantime, the landlady appeared, and I had to get me some towels and a basin of cold water.
Here you are, Mr.
Oh, good. Thanks a lot.
Somebody sure laid into him, I'll say that. You ask me, it's a wonder if he stays alive.
He'll be all right. He'd better be.
You're lucky you come along to see him, is all I got to say.
Yeah, you better get me a couple more towels and maybe another basin of water.
No, wait.
What?
You won't need him, mister. I got a much better idea. If I can find it.
Hey, Smokey.
Give me a minute to find that bottle. Well, here it is. Yes, sir. This here'll fix him up.
Smokey, can you hear me?
Fix him up quicker than a wink.
It's Johnny Dollar.
Here now, mister. You just pour a slug of this down his gullet and see if it don't bring him to.
Huh? Oh, yeah, good idea. Let me have that.
Oh, sure. It's real genuine California cognac, it is.
And soak up another towel for me, will you, please?
I sure will, mister.
All right, here now, Smokey, here. See if you can get down some of this. Easy now, huh? That's it. Attaboy.
Really?
Yeah. A little more of this. Here.
You know, before you come up here, mister, I tried to tell you.
Easy now, Smokey.
Yeah, I tried to tell you. I thought that other man that come up here to see him was the one he was expecting. Here, now, here's your fresh towel.
Thanks. Did you say other man?
That's right. Come in just before you did.
You know him, who he was?
The chimp.
What? What, Smokey?
The chimp, Johnny. That's who it was.
The chimp?
Yeah. Strong arm for Mickey Fortina.
Who's Mickey Fortina?
He's the one that...
Oh, now, look, Smokey, maybe you'd better wait until you feel better.
You and I should get a doctor.
No. Now, listen, Johnny.
Yeah?
Unless you stop him, there's going to be a lot more fires around here.
Fires? That's what he said.
Just don't worry about it, Mrs.
Miss Fletcher. Bertha Fletcher. That's my name.
Johnny, listen.
Oh, okay, Mrs. Fletcher. You go along. I'll take care of him.
Oh, well, now, I don't know. You sure I hadn't better get a doctor?
No. I'll take him to a hotel.
In his condition, I'll look after him.
Now, you go downstairs and give me a cab.
Well, I don't know.
Here's a 10 spot for your trouble and this bottle of brandy.
Oh, well, thanks. You're a gent.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, yes, sir. Anything you say.
Johnny.
Yeah?
You gotta listen to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
You had come up the stairs, scared him off. The chimp might have killed me.
Well, he won't get to you again. I'm going to take you out of this place.
Somebody must have tipped off Mickey Fortina. Must have known I'd put in that call to you. So listen, Johnny.
Later, Smokey, after I get you out of here. Item 4, the $10 to Miss Fletcher. Item 5, $1.50 for a cab to the Statler Hotel, where I had to show my credentials to the room clerk to get a bed for the somewhat mangled Smokey Sullivan. Item 6, $15 to the doctor who came up to the room, and I must admit got him back in a pretty good shape. Then, when the doctor had left us...
Yeah, Johnny, all those fires, big insurance, all of them set.
7 of them in a row. So that means by one firebug, this Mickey Fortina you mentioned, huh?
No, Johnny, Mickey's too smart for that.
What?
All set by different guys. I don't know who they are, but I see no remains. And the police ain't sure, but I know there was arson.
Who's Mickey Fortina?
He's a go-between. I seen this happen before.
Yeah?
Frisco, Seattle, and Denver, a lot of places. He brings in a lot of boys of his own. Everyone got a different way of setting a blaze.
So the cops can't tie it up with any local boy whose methods they know?
Yeah.
Fortina's a go-between?
He makes the deal with whoever wants a fire.
And the police aren't on to him?
What for? He never set a fire himself.
Well, I know, but he's the guy that...
By the time the arson squad is in, the guy who done it is far away.
So there's no witness can prove Fortina set up the deal.
And the police have never been able to put the squeeze on whoever made the deal for a fire?
And get sent up for it? For being accessory or whatever you call it?
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Fortina sent for me when he found out I was here in L.A. I used to know him, Johnny.
Wanted you to be a torch for him, huh?
He just asked if I wanted to work for him, and he knew that I knew what he meant.
But if you knew that Fortina was operating here... Smokey.
How could I prove it? How can I prove it now?
Well, maybe I can.
But if he finds out I sent for you, Johnny...
It looks to me like he already has.
Oh, yeah.
All right, then. If somebody who wants a fire can get to Mickey Fortina, there must be some way I can.
At his office.
His what?
At his office every night. 1025 South Spring.
He has an office for a racket like this?
Why, you'd never know it. You'll see.
Yeah, I think I'd better see. Hey, Smokey, you... Who's that?
You got a gun, Johnny?
Right here and ready.
Open up in there. This is the police.
Police, huh? Well, surprise. It is the police.
The room clerk reported a man was brought in here who... Johnny!
Yeah, Pat Nichols.
Sergeant Nichols now, Johnny.
Good. How are you, boy?
Now, wait a minute. Is this the man you brought in here? Smokey Sullivan?
Listen, officer,
Johnny, you think maybe Smokey is tied in with this string of fires out here?
No, tell him, Johnny.
No. You tell him, Smokey, anything you want.
Well, now, look.
You know I'm no good at talking to a cop,
Yeah, well,
Johnny.
give it a try. And, Pat, be sure you stick around to keep an eye on him.
What?
Smokey may need a bodyguard. You.
Huh?
Yeah. Until after I've made a little business call.
Johnny.
Now, look, if you're out here because of those fires...
Did I say I was? I didn't tell him anything like that, did I, Smokey?
No, Johnny. And I see what you mean.
Now listen,
Just
you two...
stick around, Pat. I'll see you later. If I had told Pat where I was going, he might have wanted to come along. And a man in the uniform would hardly have helped in the plan I had for trapping Mickey Fortina. But you know something? Going over to see him alone was a big mistake. One I almost didn't live to regret.
We'll bring you Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in exactly 1 minute.
Here's Hollywood star Mona Freeman.
Who feels like acting with a miserable cold? I relieve cold distress the fast way with 4-way cold tablets.
Yes, tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. Amazing 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains and headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
When a cold strikes, do what I do. Take 4-way cold tablets. It's the fast way to relieve nasty cold distress and feel better quickly.
4-way, only 29 cents.
Now, here's a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. Had dandruff for years? Now get rid of it in 3 minutes with Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair, rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute, then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch, embarrassing dandruff's gone. Fitch can also leave hair up to 35% brighter. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Burning Desire Matter.
My plan for trapping Mickey Fortina was a very simple one. I'd make like a property owner who was anxious to collect some fire insurance, who was willing to pay in advance to make sure my property went up in flames. Easy, or so I thought. Item 7, 85 cents per cab to the office building at 1025 South Spring. The only lights on were in Suite B on the second floor. According to the directory in the lobby, that was the office of the Fortina Friendly Loan Company. Loan office, huh?
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to see Mr. Fortina.
You got an appointment?
No, but I'd like to make a little deal with him.
Well, can I have your name, mister?
It's Morris, Theodore Morris.
Just a minute, huh? Excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
Man says his name is Morris, wants to see you, Mick.
Oh? Hey, listen, has the chimp come back yet?
No. And he said he was going to send Husky over there.
Husky? Why?
Well, Chimp said he was afraid if he showed up at that hotel.
Careful what you say. Close the door.
Sure.
The chimp. And somebody was going over to the hotel. That can mean only for one thing, to get Smokey Sullivan. I carefully edged over closer to the door of Mickey's office, hoping I could hear more. It was too thick. And it suddenly dawned on me. If they knew I was the one who put Smokey in that hotel, they probably also knew why I'd come here. There was only one way to make sure. I'd have to go through, or at least try to go through, with a bluff I'd planned.
Oh, sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Morris, is it?
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Fortina. Ted Morris.
Oh, Mary, when he gets here, send him in.
Sure, Mick.
Come in, please. Sit down.
Yeah, surely. Thanks a lot. All right, I'll get right to the point, Mr. Fortina.
Oh, by all means do, Mr. Morris.
Well, I own a big shoe store over on North La Brea.
Yes?
Well, business has been pretty bad lately. I've been losing a lot of money. Too much stock on hand, big inventory, and how it is.
Well, if it's good merchandise, I see no reason why we can't arrange a loan for you.
Yeah, a loan?
Of course. What else?
Well, listen, I carry a lot of insurance on not only the stock, but the building, too.
Oh? How much, Mr. Morris?
Well, it adds up to over $185,000.
I see. It's very commendable. But why do you tell me about this insurance?
Well, I said I'd get to the point. Now, listen. If that place was to burn up some night, the whole works, I'd collect a lot of money on it, all the insurance.
And, of course, be in a position to repay whatever loan I advance to you.
All right, stop beating around the bush, 14. I want that place burned out. Can you fix it?
Mr. Morris, if you want a loan, possibly even a sizable...
Well, you know what I want. Come on, how about it?
As I said, possibly we can advance it to you.
Now, look, I didn't come up here to...
However, as evidence of your good faith, your, shall we say, good intentions, are you prepared to make a down payment on such a loan, say, $10,000 cash in advance?
What are you talking about? Set the fire, burn the place up so I can collect the insurance, and I'll give you $15,000.
Now, just a minute. Who said anything about setting a fire?
I did. Well?
Who sent you here? If you said it was a former client, I won't believe
Oh,
it.
look, does it make any difference?
Do you by any chance know a man by the name of Smokey Sullivan?
Sullivan?
He knows him all right, Mick.
Well, the chimp?
Shut up. Sure, Mick, this is the guy I told you about. I come to see Smokey at his rooming house. What I left of him.
Very interesting.
After I ducked out, I hung around there. I seen him take Smokey in a cab. I followed him to that hotel.
Did you send Husky over to take care of him?
Sure. And listen.
Yeah?
I don't know what name this guy gives you, but when he knocks on Smokey's door, he says it's Johnny Dollar.
Dollar? Insurance ticket?
Yeah, that's right, Mickey.
All right. So maybe I do arrange another fire with you in it, Dollar.
Mickey! There's a police car just pulled up in front!
Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, don't kill this dirty...
All right, now, Fortina, your turn.
Don't move, Dollar. Reach for a gun and I pull this trigger.
I see.
Yeah.
How are your eyes, Mickey? Can you see in the dark?
What?
Without this lamp in here? All right, baby! All right, you... Yeah.
Wow. I guess Smokey was right at that, Johnny.
Hi, Pat.
He seemed to think you wouldn't need any help around here.
You all right, Johnny?
Yeah.
When that strong arm, that husky Castellini, came up to the hotel room after him, well...
I had to tell him, Johnny. I had to tell him what it was all about.
That's okay, Smokey. It's okay.
So we threw Husky in the clink and came over here.
Well, I got an admission out of him, Pat, but unless you can get these goons of his to talk, I don't know what you're going to hold him on.
After what just happened in here? Johnny, we'll hold him and his goons just as long as we need to. And unless they want to take the whole rap for him, I think they'll talk.
Yeah, they talked all right. And as a result, the police in a couple of nearby states should have no trouble at all in picking up some of the other of Fortina's boys, his hired torches. Funny, isn't it? These stupid jerks just never seem to learn. Expense account total, including hotel bill, plane ticket back to Hartford, and the sizable bit of folding money for Smokey Sullivan, $874.20. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's a word from our star about the case he handles on next week's program.
Thank you, Daniel. It's called the hapless ham matter. And yeah, you guessed it, the ham turns out to be an actor. A really bad one with one of the cleverest methods of committing murder I've ever known. There's a lot of action, suspense in the story, and I think you'll like it. Who knows? Maybe if you listen closely, you'll be able to figure out his method even before I do. So join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Gene Tatum, Lawrence Dobkin, Vic Perrin, Paul Duboff, Don Diamond, and Frank Gerstle. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Intrigue breeds terror as suspense brings a shady moonlight sail next on the CBS Radio Network.
If I should ever become totally disabled, it would be a mighty comfortable feeling to have a check coming in every month regularly. Yes, it's a good feeling to know you have a financial cushion against trouble like that. Well, if you're a veteran with World War II or Korean GI insurance, you can protect yourself. You do it by adding a disability income rider to your present policy. The cost of the extra premium is just a few cents a day. For example, a 40-year-old veteran with a $10,000 term policy would pay only $1.60 a month for the added protection. If you sign up for the disability income provision, it works this way. After you have been totally disabled for 6 consecutive months, VA will pay you every month as long as this condition persists. $10 for each $1,000 of your GI insurance policy. That adds up to $100 a month if you hold a $10,000 policy. Full details about total disability income at any VA office. Radio 59 WROW, first on the dial in Albany, Schenectady, and Troy.
Johnny Dollar.
Harry McQueen, Mid-Eastern Indemnity Corporation.
Now, I'm glad you called, Harry.
What?
I've just been waiting for a chance to run down to New York, have some fun, taking a few shows and some nightlife. On expense account, of course.
Now, look, we'll pay the expense account, but not for a lot of theaters and nightclubs.
Spoil sport.
Johnny, can you come down here right away?
Sure.
Good.
What's the trouble, Harry?
Dan Diamond.
Dan Diamond?
That's right.
Well, nice talking to you.
Now, what's that mean?
It means I suddenly think I have an important assignment in Podunk or Timbuktu.
You mean you're afraid to get involved with our friend Mr. Diamond? Ah, Johnny.
It's just that I relish the thought of maybe living to a happy middle age is all. Don't you remember what happened on that bank job over in Amityville?
Oh, I remember.
Not only a bank guard, but a police officer and the investigator from the insurance company. All of them suddenly turned their loving wives into widows.
I know.
Diamond. So he's still in business, huh?
Well, apparently not. And I use that word advisedly. Apparently, he's retired from his career of crime and is growing orchids at his little home in Long Beach, California.
Yeah,
That is,
on the dough from that Amityville job.
That is when he's out there.
Oh, where is he now?
Right here in New York City, and he just happens to have lifted some $75,000 from a small but expensive jewelry store.
Then lock him up and throw the key away.
I'm afraid it's not that easy. What's more, we want that $75,000 back. Well?
Sorry, Harry.
You realize what your commission would be on a $75,000 recovery. And after all, Johnny, with an unlimited expense account to go on... Johnny?
Okay, Harry. Maybe I'll run on down there and see you.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Mideastern Indemnity Corporation, New York City. The following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the P.O. matter. So who wants to tangle with a character like Danny Diamond? But that bait Harry McQueen dangled in front of me was too much to refuse. Expense account item 1, $770 for a train to New York and a cab to his office on Park Avenue.
Friday afternoon, Johnny, week before last. They were about to send a pile of money over to the bank.
And?
Diamond simply walked in, put a gun on the man at the vault, made him crawl under a table, and then scooped up the $75,000 and slipped out into the street before the vault man could hit the alarm button. Easy as that.
That's a lot of money to walk around with.
He was careful to take it mostly in $50 and $100 bills.
The vault man didn't try to put up a fight?
Against Danny Diamond? And get killed for sure?
Well, how do you know who he was?
Danny told him.
He what?
Just like he identified himself on that Amityville job you mentioned, like he did on every job he ever pulled. We were lucky that no one got killed on this one.
You said he's here in New York. Where?
I understand the PD is going to release him sometime today.
Release him?
That's right. Thanks to a smart lawyer, an alibi they can't seem to break, and, well, let's face it, lack of evidence.
You mean the money?
That's exactly what I mean. And, of course, it's that money that we're primarily interested in. Well, Johnny?
Who's handling this for the police department?
Man over at the 18th Precinct, Lieutenant Singer.
Randy Singer?
Yeah, that's the one.
But he's in homicide.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know he's the top man on this case.
Why? There's been no killing.
Johnny, why don't you ask him?
Yeah. Why don't I?
Because on nearly every previous job that Dapper Danny pulled, there was a killing. And I was assigned to him. I got to know him and his routine, his methods better than anybody else in town.
But not well enough to nail him down.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's true. Anyway, they made a special out of this one and put me on it.
And from the way you say that, Randy, you haven't got very far.
Johnny, I haven't got to first base. Oh, sure, we locked him up on suspicion, got the DA to really cloud up and rain all over him, but thanks to that smart mouthpiece he hired and an alibi so solid you couldn't smash it with a hydrogen bomb.
Plus, no sign of the money.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, they're letting him loose, and he'll go back to California free as a bird and 75 G's to the good.
You sure it was Danny Diamond pulled this one, huh?
Well, everything, Johnny. His perfect timing, his modus operandi, that egotistical trick of identifying himself, the description of him, his doing it solo, the fact he didn't stash it away in a bank. I've checked every bank in town. Well, everything, Johnny, says it's him.
You mean it's he? What's your English, Randy?
Oh, English, to heck with it. Him's the... I mean, he's the one that did it. But unless we can lay our hands on that $75,000...
Have you checked out where he's been staying?
What, are you kidding? I went over with a fine-tooth comb. Nothing in his hotel room, his luggage, no little package left in the hotel, save nothing. He gave us a list of where he's been, what he's done since he got in town, and it all checked out to the minute.
Yet somehow he managed to stash away that wad of money.
Yeah, you find it, Johnny, and we'll nail him.
Now, what's to have stopped him from passing it to some pal for safekeeping?
No, Johnny.
You sure of that?
No, Diamond works alone. He'd no more let anybody else have a gander at that money. Why, Danny wouldn't trust it with anybody short of the United States government. And I'm sure he isn't turning any of it over to Uncle Sam.
Ask me, Randy, you got a pretty thin case against him.
Yeah, but I'd bet my own life that he did this job. And if you or I or anybody can find that dough on him or anywhere near him...
You'll nail him.
You said it. You want to take a crack at him?
Mighty thin case, though.
Johnny?
Okay, if you're so sure that he's the one, Randy, well, that's good enough for me.
Well, what are you going to do?
Answer your phone.
Oh, sure. Singer? Yeah? Yeah? Well, where'd he... Okay, then all I can do is alert somebody out where he lives to... Yeah. They let him go, Johnny. He's on his way.
To where?
Who knows?
Okay, then I'm on my way.
Yeah, where? What are you going to do?
To coin a real corny one. California, here I come.
Here's Hollywood star Mona Freeman.
Who feels like acting with a miserable cold? I relieve cold distress the fast way with 4-way cold tablets.
Yes, tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. Amazing 4-way starts in minutes to relieve muscular pains and headache, reduce fever, calm upset stomach, also overcomes irregularity.
When a cold strikes, do what I do. Take 4-way cold tablets. It's the fast way to relieve nasty cold distress and feel better quickly.
4-way, only 29 cents.
Now, here's a word about another fine product of Grove Laboratories. To get rid of embarrassing dandruff in 3 minutes, change to Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo. 3 minutes with Fitch regularly is guaranteed to keep unsightly dandruff away forever. Apply Fitch before wetting hair. Rub in 1 minute. Add water, lather 1 minute. Then rinse 1 minute. Every trace of dandruff goes down the drain. 3 minutes with Fitch and embarrassing dandruff's gone. At the same time, Fitch can brighten hair up to 35%. Get Fitch Dandruff Remover Shampoo today. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the P.O. Matter.
I got a recent picture and a complete description of Danny Diamond from Lieutenant Randy Singer.
And I'll find out who you ought to contact there at the PD in Long Beach, Johnny, and send you a telegram.
Then I spent item 2, $166.25 for a plane ticket to Los Angeles. When I got aboard, I began to think that maybe I'd fallen into some luck for a change. And not for the usual reason. Though, of course, I'd hoped to find myself next to a gorgeous blonde with ideas and plenty of time on her hands. No, it was because the passenger sitting right next to me, holding a big dispatch case in his lap, and I mean holding onto it, was none other than...
Diamond's the name. Danny Diamond. What's yours, mister?
It's Reynolds. Jerry Reynolds.
Oh. For a minute, I thought there was something familiar. I guess I was wrong.
But, haven't I heard about you somewhere?
Oh, I don't know why not. Danny Diamond? Dapper Danny, they call me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you probably read about me in the papers. Lousy bunch of New York cops trying to hang that jewelry store heist on me.
Yeah, something like $75,000, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's going to keep somebody real happy for a long, long time, Mr., what'd you say your name is?
Reynolds. Jerry Reynolds.
Yeah. Try to pin that on Danny Diamond, huh? I'd like to see him pin anything on me. And not because I haven't been trying. Trying for years, Johnny.
It's Jerry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. But they're wasting their time. Just like they're wasting their time trying to find that 75 G's.
Hey, look, don't get me wrong, Mr. Diamond.
Call me Danny.
But the way you're hanging on to that dispatch case, you'd think it was loaded with,
Yeah? Yeah, what about it?
Nothing. Just forget I mentioned it.
Yeah. And don't you get me wrong. But maybe you'll stay a lot happier, let's say, if you forget that you mentioned it, too.
Well, now, look, Danny,
Just forget it.
Sure. Why not? You live in Los Angeles?
No. Long Beach. Why?
Oh, I just wondered.
Yeah. What are you going to L.A. for?
Oh, just to spend some time with an old pal of mine.
Huh? Who? Where's he live?
Section of L.A. called Westwood Village. It's out beyond Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I know. What's his name?
Well, now, look, does it make any difference?
So maybe I know. Maybe we got mutual friends. What's his name?
Johnstone.
Johnstone?
That's right, Jack Johnstone. What's he do? Oh, he's a writer, among other things.
I don't know. Moving pictures?
Radio, television.
Radio, huh?
That's right.
I don't know.
I hardly thought you would.
Something kind of familiar about that name, though. See, I listen to the radio, you know what I mean?
Doesn't everybody?
So, look, I'm going back in the galley, see if I can pry another drink out of that blonde stewardess.
Well, I doubt if you'll have any luck, but go ahead.
Just leave it to me. You want me to bring you one?
Why not? If you can.
Leave it to me.
He carefully set the dispatch case on the seat. But as he swung back up the aisle, he kept half looking over his shoulder. If I picked it up and tried to open it, he'd know exactly what I was doing. Even as he stood there talking to the stewardess, trying to force some money on her, he kept his eyes on me. But I had to find out what was in that case. And what I could do was keep looking out the window and with one hand open the clasps on it. That much he couldn't see. And when he came back to his seat with his hands full, all I'd have to do...
How dumb can they be? Those chicks would make a lot of extra dough. Make a lot of friends, too, if they forget the rules now and then with that liquor they got back there.
Well, sit down. Don't worry about it.
Hey, wait a minute. 2 seats up, that guy sneaking a bottle out of his coat. I'll bet you a 10 spot will get that for you and me. Wait and see.
But again, he kept his eyes on me, even while he passed over the money and parted the other man from his half-pint bottle and the small plastic cup he had. But this time, as he came back to his seat, his hands were full.
See? You got brains, little money, you get anything you want.
Sure. Hey, here, I'll move this case out of the way so you can... Oops.
Say, what do you think? You clumsy, crazy jerk.
The little case was loaded, but the papers that fell out that he quickly shoved back into it were not money. No, they were clippings from the New York newspapers. Yeah, news items about the robbery. That was all. Wait, though. Was he using them in the dispatch case for a decoy? Or just to fan that ego of his?
You dumb, clumsy fool.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, huh?
Sure, of course I am.
Listen, if I thought maybe you'd done that on purpose...
Yeah? Well...
Forget it.
Sure. Now, about that little drink you promised.
Sure. Why not?
Are you smoking more now, but enjoying it less? Have a real cigarette, have a Camel. The best tobacco makes the very best smoke. Have a real cigarette, have a Camel. Are you looking for flavor and mildness? Have a real cigarette, have a Camel. The best tobacco makes the very best smoke. Have a real cigarette, a real cigarette, a real cigarette, have a Camel.
If you're smoking more today, but enjoying it less, try Camels. The Camel blend of costly Turkish and domestic tobaccos has never been equal for rich flavor, easygoing mildness, real smoking satisfaction every time you light up. The best tobacco makes the best smoke.
Have a real cigarette, a real cigarette, a real cigarette, have a Camel.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the P.O. matter.
There wasn't much conversation with Danny Diamond during the rest of the flight. At L.A. International Airport, after watching him pick up his luggage, I spent item 3, $50 deposit on a rental car, and drove on down to Long Beach, hoping not to see him along the way. I didn't. I got myself a room at the Villa Riviera, then checked with Western Union.
Yes, we have, Mr. Dollar. It's from a Lieutenant Randolph Singer, NYPD, whatever that means.
New York Police Department. Will you read it to me, please?
Yes, sir, I'll be glad to. It says make contact with P.O.
P.O.?
It says make contact with P.O. Your man is Sergeant Wyman.
Oh, I get it. That was a typo. Should have been P.D.
The sender must have misspelled it.
Oh, sure. But go on, please.
Your man is Sergeant Wyman. Good luck. Signed, Randy.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay, thanks. Item 4 was 10 cents for that phone call. Then I wasted no time in getting over to police headquarters into a huddle with Sergeant Raleigh Wyman.
Dollar, we know all about Danny Diamond. What he is, where he got his money for that house of his out on Fern Drive, and for living it. But unless he tries to pull something around here, there's nothing we can do.
I know what you mean, sir.
But if you can get something on him and make it stick, this whole town will love you dearly.
Something like that 75,000 robbery in New York?
Yeah. Oh, Lieutenant Singer told me on the phone that's what you're out here for.
That's it?
Said some pretty nice things about you, too. So if there's anything we can do, if you just...
There is. I want to look at not only Danny's home, but the luggage he just brought in the plane.
Well, in order to get out a search warrant.
No search warrant.
What?
Look, can you get him over here for a couple of hours before he has a chance to unpack and settle down? I made real time driving here. He ought to be arriving just about now.
Well, let me think.
Hey, call him up. Tell him you want to see him here at headquarters. Can you get him down here?
Sure. He loves to sit around here and shoot off his big mouth and try and make fools out of us. What excuse?
Oh, tell him there were some prowlers around his place while he was away. Tell him anything.
Now, look, Dollar, if you're planning what I think and without a search warrant...
Sergeant, So far as you know, all I'm going to do after I leave you here is take a nice long walk along the beach. Well, okay?
Okay, Dollar.
I drove quickly out to Danny Diamond's address on Fern Drive. A rather nice modern little home, by the way, in a very pleasant residential section. Long Beach has a lot of nice homes, and this was one of them. I'd parked a couple of blocks away, and as I sauntered as casually as possible toward his place, a taxi pulled up in front of it. Out came Danny and his luggage. He paid off the driver and went in. And I waited, praying that Sergeant Wyman would call him before he had a chance to... Wyman must have done all right. Within 3 or 4 minutes, Danny came out the back door, went into the garage, then pulled away in a fancy little sports car. I went over to the back door and found, much to my surprise, that it was a real easy job to jimmy it open. Danny's handbags were still sitting by the front door. I not only went through them, but through every inch of that house, slowly, carefully, overlooking nothing. And that's exactly what I found. Nothing. Except that is for a large floor safe under one of the rugs. But I knew he hadn't had time to get to it, and besides, the dust around it showed it hadn't been opened recently. No, Randy Singer was wrong. If Danny did take that money, he must have stashed it away somewhere. Or left it with somebody, probably back in New York. Despite what Randy had said about his operating alone, trusting no one, not even the banks, about trusting no one short of the United States government. The government? Wait a minute. I beat it back to police headquarters and Sergeant Raleigh Wyman.
I kept him here just as long as I could. Danny only left a couple of minutes ago.
Couple of minutes ago, huh?
Dollar, did you find anything?
What?
I mean, during that, during your walk along the beach.
No. Now listen.
Yeah?
That telegram Randy sent me.
Telegram?
Yeah. Make contact with P.O., he said.
P.O.?
Well, it was a typo. He meant to say P.D. to contact you.
Oh.
Well, it was a lucky mistake. Because, Sergeant, I may be nuts, completely nuts, but I'm betting that P.O. is the answer to this whole thing. To how he got that money out of New York, out here where he could use it.
Wait a minute.
Trust nothing short of the U.S. government, huh?
Feeling all right?
P.O. Of course. Hey, listen, you know this town where everything is.
Well, sure.
Then there's just one building around here I need to know the location of. And I hope I can get there before he does. The P.O., the post office I drove to, was only a few blocks from Danny's home. Danny's car was parked in front of it. I slipped inside and waited behind a post. At one of the windows, he was second in line, behind a ragged-looking wino who was counting out pennies to buy a stamp.
There's 3 cents. Got another one here somewhere.
Come on, you drunken bum.
Don't go.
Hey, Clark. Oh, hello, Mr. Diamond. I have a package for you.
Yeah, that's what I come for.
I've been wondering when you'd call for it. It's from New York City. Just sign here, please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here you are. Thank you, Mr. Diamond. Here's your package.
I want a stamp.
I came out from behind the post, bumped into the drunk, and tore at the wrapper of Danny's package.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Sorry.
It's you.
And here in the package you mail to yourself the $75,000.
Now, get away. Get back.
Oh, no, Danny.
What are you trying to do around here?
Okay. Now, on your feet.
Listen, mister.
Oh, drop dead, Danny. Or maybe the state will take care of that.
Now, listen, about that money.
Forget it. Just take a look at that poor old drunk who was in front of you. That wild shot you pulled off.
Huh?
Murder, Danny. Now it's murder. So, from here on in, of course, it's in the hands of the law, the courts. As to credit for solving this one, well, actually, it all goes to a simple typographical error. Funny. Expense account total, including hotel and the trip back to Hartford, $397.70. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in a moment.
Constipation is something people don't talk about much, but it can be a problem for anyone, even doctors. And when constipation occurs, it's interesting to see just what doctors consider important about a laxative they might use or recommend. Well, a majority of the doctors we heard from had this to say.
A laxative should be effective, gentle, as close to natural acting as possible,
and a medicine that can be used with complete confidence. Now, X-Lax has been popular with many doctors and millions of people over the years because pleasant-tasting chocolated X-Lax is effective. Overnight, it helps you toward your normal regularity. X-Lax is gentle. Next morning, it gives you the closest thing to natural action. And that's why many doctors and millions of people use X-Lax with complete confidence. X-Lax, the laxative that helps you toward your normal regularity, gently, overnight. Is X-Lax in your medicine cabinet?
Now here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a real wildie, a real strain on my sanity. But I think you'll like it. So join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Harry Bartell, Herb Vigran, James McCallion, Stacey Harris, and Gil Stratton. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is John Wall speaking.
Next, a modern mystery classic, Agnes Moorehead's eighth suspense performance of Sorry, Wrong Number on the CBS Radio Network.
You are invited to attend Benani Birth's 5th Annual Sports Night, co-sponsored by Gideon Lodge number 140 and the Albany Olympic Committee. Admission is free, so plan to be there starting at 8 p.m. on Thursday, February 18th at Chancellor's Hall, to greet Mr. Olympics himself, the great Jesse Owens, who will be the featured guest of the evening. Other honored guests will be 12 high school seniors who have been each selected by their respective Albany high schools as exemplifying all-around fitness in the American boy and girl. In recognition of their outstanding achievements, Benani Birth will award each of them an Olympic-style jacket and achievement shield. And an annual sports night would not be complete without the presentation of Benani Birth Sports Award. This year's recipient will be Phillips Schuyler High School's popular basketball coach, Larry O'Neill, who is being given the award in recognition of his outstanding work with youth in the city of Albany. These are just a few of the reasons that you don't want to miss Benani Birth's 5th Annual Sports Night on February 18th. Radio 59, WROW, first on the dial, serving Albany, Troy, and Schenectady.
Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Johnny Dollar, eh?
That's right. Who are you?
Insurance investigator? Well, are you that Johnny Dollar?
That's right. Freelance investigator.
Oh,
but now
freelance. I want the man who works for the Star Mutual Insurance Company, not any freelance.
Well, I work for Star Mutual.
You what?
On occasion, at least.
On occasion, eh? Well, if one of their clients has some trouble, you have to get on the job for him, don't you?
Well, that depends. Who are you,
Depends. What are you talking about? Do you work for him or don't you?
sir? On assignment, yes.
Then get yourself an assignment, then get yourself over here right away.
Over where?
Here at my apartment. What's the matter with you? Are you an idiot? Where else could I possibly want you?
Has it by any chance occurred to you, sir, that I might not have the least idea who you are?
Well, what difference can that possibly... Oh, yes, that's right.
Yes, that's right.
Very well. My name is Timothy Jarrett. Now, get over here immediately.
Do you mind if I check with Star Mutual first?
Don't be wasting your time. Check with them after you get here.
If I get there. Look,
What do you
Mr.
mean,
Jarrett.
if you do?
You haven't even told me what your problem is.
Do I have to go out and shout murder from the housetops
Murder?
to get you to pay any attention to me?
Did you say murder?
Of course I did.
Whose and when?
Do you suppose I'd be talking to you if it had already occurred?
Oh, I'm sure I haven't the least idea.
Of course I wouldn't. How could I? But if you're not over here right away, I'll call that insurance company and have you fired.
All right, you do that.
I'll be waiting for you.
You will. Hello. Hello. Well, it may be a nice long wait, Mr. Jared.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator,
yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Star Mutual Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Lorelei matter. It was pretty obvious from that phone call that Mr. Timothy Jarrett was a crackpot of the first water. And I was all set to forget about him and go on about my business. But I had some errands to do in town, and one of them took me into the building where Star Mutual holds forth. So I made that my first stop and barged in on Ed Williams.
Johnny, well, how are you, boy? Glad to see you.
Hi, Ed.
What brings you here? Don't tell me you're having to go around digging up assignments these days. Sit down.
Thanks.
Cigarette?
I don't mind if I do.
Here you are.
Thank you. Here, I got a lighter.
Right. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Well?
Ed, I believe you have a client by the name of Timothy Jarrett.
Oh, yeah, Johnny, I'm afraid so.
What's the matter? Why the groan?
Well, I ought to be grateful for him, though, I guess. After all, that life policy of his has a face value of nearly $2 million.
$2 million? Wow, I thought maybe he was just some old nut.
Oh, he is, Johnny, no question about it. Just about as wacky as they come. Don't you know who and what he was? The famous all-or-nothing Gerard?
Was or is?
Oh, he's still alive, if that's what you mean. But, Johnny, about 40 years ago, Gerard was one of the cleverest stock manipulators ever hit the scene.
No kidding.
Made himself millions and millions. And in those days, you could keep what you made.
Really loaded him?
Well, he was.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, he still has enough to get along on, plenty. But after the 5 or 6 beautiful dolls that he married and divorced, well, you know what they can do to a man and his money.
Well, let's say I've heard.
Thank goodness this present one seems to have a little sense. Oh, she's young and pretty enough, all right, but... Well, maybe you've heard of her. Name is Lorelei Lambert. She's an artist, and I understand a pretty good one. Came from Quebec originally.
Oh?
Spends a lot of time out of town, away from the old coot. But I'm sure it's just on account of her sketching and painting.
I see.
Matter of fact, the last time I talked to Mr. Gerard, that was day before yesterday, she was off on another of her field trips. Well, what about the old boy, Johnny?
Well, I got a crazy phone call from him.
Sorry, I guess I was kind of responsible for it.
You were?
Another of his complexes working on him. And I promised if it proved to have any basis, I might call you in just to shut him up. But I certainly didn't expect him to call you.
What do you mean by complexes?
Nothing else to do, so he worries about himself. A couple of weeks ago, it was a persecution complex. Before that, he was certain he was going to be robbed.
But he wasn't.
Of course not. Before that, he was sure that his apartment, the whole block maybe, was going to burn down over his head. And so on for the past couple of years. Well, what did he tell you it was this time?
Well, he mentioned the word murder.
I hope you laughed in his face. Who would ever gain anything by killing off that old character?
You tell me. Who's the insurance beneficiary?
Pretty little Lorelei, his wife. But he knows better than to think she'd ever raise a hand against him. He's given her everything, Johnny. Everything she can possibly need or want. Besides, she isn't the type.
Is there a type for murder?
Well, you tell me.
If he was such a stock manipulator, how about some old enemy showing up? Maybe somebody he might have defrauded.
After 40 years?
No, I guess you got a point there.
It's just another one of his complexes having something to do, something to worry about.
Okay, Ed, I'll just forget about him.
Oh, no, Johnny. Johnny, don't do that.
Why? What do you mean?
Got to keep him happy. Old Buzzard wouldn't hesitate to cancel out that policy in a minute. And I don't want to lose those nice big premiums. No, as long as he's asked for you, Johnny, you'd better go and see him. Hold his hand. Promise him anything you like. And then you can forget him. But you go see him, Johnny. Here, I'll give you his address.
Okay, Ed. Whatever you say.
Democracy. Why should such a type of society and government be considered the best? For at least one very good and important reason. Because the people who choose to live in a democracy have decided that they want to be able to tell themselves how they want to work and live. People who have decided that a democratic society is the best one have taken a tip from nature. For the law of nature decrees that all men are born free and equal and are the best judges of how they wish to live. When men band together and form a society, it is their desire that the majority of them set the rules for all. This is democracy. And that is what makes democracy mankind's greatest gift, a legacy of freedom.
The Fleur-de-Lis apartments out on the edge of town are the old-fashioned ultra deluxe. A solid building of native stone built like a fortress. The two uniformed doormen looked over my credentials carefully, then told me to go on up that I was expected. The old-style elevator with its open cage was somewhere else, so I walked up the 2 flights, found suite number 3A, rang the bell a couple of times, then when I got no answer... Mr. Jared!
Oh, now, please. Don't batter down the door.
I beg your pardon. Wow. Standing there, just off the elevator, a purse and kind of an attaché case in one hand and a suitcase in the other, was one of the most beautiful girls I have ever seen. Not just pretty, but beautiful. In her mid-20s, I'd say. Petite, dark hair, dark brown eyes with an amused kind of a twinkle in them. She wore a dark blue suit, cute little pillbox hat to match, dark blue shoes, white gloves. Mm-hmm.
Is there something wrong with me?
I beg your pardon.
Well, you said that.
I guess I did.
Is there something I can do for you? I'm Mrs. Jared. And that is the door of my apartment you've been knocking on, you know?
I know. I came to see Mr. Jared.
Oh? But why? Do you mind telling me who you are?
No, I'm sorry. My name is Johnny Dollar. I represent your husband's insurance company.
Oh, dear. Has Timothy been pestering you people again?
Well, he called, that's all. He asked me to stop by.
I might have known it. The minute I go away for a few days, the sweet old soul conjures up something to worry about. He always does.
Yeah, so I understand.
I've been up to Cape Ann in Massachusetts, trying to paint some seascapes.
Oh?
But I just knew he'd get himself all bothered over something or other. That's why I came back today instead of next Monday as planned. I just got off the train.
Oh, it's pretty obvious you've been traveling.
Horrible, traveling in this weather. I probably look a mess.
Hardly.
But now that I'm home, I can... Only, what do we stand out here? If you just take this bag...
Oh, that's it.
And this little case full of paints and brushes and paper and things.
I got it.
Good. Now, if I can find the keys... Here we are.
Oh, let me,
With your hands full?
I guess you're right.
Only... Well, Mr. Dollar...
Yes?
Well, before we go in... What was it this time? And you must excuse me if I gave you a kind of suspicious look when I stepped off the elevator. I saw you standing here.
You look nothing but charming, and you still do. You're lovely.
If I didn't know you knew I am married, I'd probably have to slap your face for that.
Oh, you would you?
Just to keep up with the propriety.
Well, then I would blush and I would apologize and I would try to date you for the evening.
Oh, méchant. But really, now, what was it this time, Mr. Dollar?
Mr. Dollar? After getting my face slapped, verbally at least, and for only telling the truth?
Oh, who is being the charmer?
I'm sorry.
But seriously, Johnny, what is it this time? I mean, his reason for calling your company.
I don't know, really. He just said he wanted to see me, that's all.
All right, if you want to be so mysterious about it, I'll ask him myself. Just put those things anywhere, Johnny.
Sure.
Timothy? I'm home, Timothy. His afternoon nap, I suppose.
I hope so.
Oh, now what's that supposed to mean?
Shall we look for him?
Of course. This way. Timothy? Timothy, dear.
Maybe he stepped out for a minute.
Oh, well, yes, I guess he must have. Timothy, are you... Oh, here you are, dear.
Lorelei, don't go in there.
But there he is, Johnny, asleep in his bed. Oh!
Asleep?
Oh, no. Oh, Johnny!
Just one solid blow behind the right ear with the heavy crystal ashtray that lay at his feet. There wasn't the least sign of a struggle of any kind. Nor was there any look of fright or surprise on his face. Obviously, somebody had simply sneaked up behind him, aimed carefully, and struck just once. He was a rather frail old man, and the one blow had been enough. Lorelei, after that first scream of anguish, sank into a chair, facing away from the body, and sobbed pitifully but quietly. Her face was pale and drawn, but even in this moment of shock, she was still beautiful. I called the police then, and during the wait for them, looked around for some clue as to who might have done this. Nothing. Nor was one of the doormen any help when I had him come up.
No, sir. You were the first one to come here to see him today.
You're sure of that?
Yup. First it was you, and while you was going up the stairs, the missus come in and went by the elevator.
There's the back entrance to the apartment, to the kitchen.
Yeah. But any delivery boy would have seen him, sir, as he come around the driveway up the side.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, are there any relatively new tenants in the building?
Well, of course, there's that Mr. Bascom, sir.
Bascom?
Yes, sir, he's the newest.
Yes?
Come here in 1937.
Oh. But nobody came here to see Mr. Jarrett today.
Not until you come in, sir. And Mrs. Jarrett came back from a trip right after.
Well, the fact remains that somebody got to him. Oh, Sergeant, you made good time.
Hiya, Johnny. Come on in, Doc. Well, Private Eye, what have you got yourself involved in this time? Looks to me like a murder.
Sergeant Barney Foster is one of the most able homicide men I know. After Doc Bennett, the coroner, examined the body and was satisfied death was due to that blow on the head, that it must have occurred only minutes before I got there, he left. Sergeant Foster and I went over that place with the proverbial fine-tooth comb, but the killer had apparently left no tracks whatsoever. The only fingerprints from the last few days were those of the dead man.
And that means planning, Johnny. It was carefully planned. Have you talked with Mrs. Jarrett about any possible enemies he might have had?
I tried, Barney. Look at her sitting out here. I'm afraid she's just too numb by this whole thing to make very much sense.
Yeah, poor kid. You better get her out of here, Johnny, to a hotel or something, maybe to some friend's house.
Even if she wants to stay?
Yep.
Is that an order?
Mm-hmm. Well, we've been over every inch of this place. All we found is nothing. Not very much of that. Whoever did it must have been somebody the old man knew, let in here himself. Even the looks of his face, the relaxed position of the body, no signs of a struggle, all bear that out, right?
Can't argue with you, Barney.
So, as soon as I leave, I'm going to start a rundown on everybody that she and her husband have known or ever been seen with over the last 5 years. I have a lad down at headquarters who's really great at that sort of stuff.
Good idea.
Because of the fact that apparently nobody could have come up here without being seen, but... Well, now look.
Yeah?
You know, you could be the one suspect in this case, Johnny.
Sure.
I'm not kidding. You're the only one known to have come up here before Mrs. Jarrett got back from her trip.
Of course. And the motive? Put the old man out of the way to leave a free path to his beautiful wife.
You think that isn't a common enough motive? It may have been somebody's, Johnny.
Well, now that I've seen and talked with her, I'm inclined to agree with you. Yet?
Yeah. Well?
Oh, nothing, Barney.
Building up another one of your wacky hunches, Johnny?
I don't know.
Well, anyhow, you get her out of here. Let her stay in a hotel or something so that nothing will be disturbed until I can come back for another look. Make sure we haven't slipped up somewhere.
She can take along her luggage, can't she?
Just exactly what you yourself saw with her when she stepped off that elevator. Okay?
Okay.
Nothing else is to be disturbed. I'll seal off the back service door and leave orders downstairs that nobody is to be admitted to the place. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Except me.
All right, Johnny. What is it? This hunch of yours.
Barney, I kid you not. I don't know.
But there is something cooking in that so-called brain of yours, isn't there?
I told you, Barney.
Okay. But when it gels, if it gels, instead of taking things into your own hands, you call me.
Sure.
Promise.
Promise.
Democracy. What does it mean? The word itself is of Greek origin. Demos meaning the people, and kratos meaning authority. Thus, in a democracy, the people have the authority to rule themselves. But where does the authority come from? The authority comes from the people themselves. They put it in their Constitution, and the Constitution can't be changed by anyone except the people. That puts the supreme power of the government of a democratic country right in the hands of the people, and the people elect their representatives to run the government. In that manner, democracy gives everyone equal representation in the government. Democracy provides mankind with its greatest legacy of freedom.
I took Lorelei Jarrett over to the Statler and got her a comfortable suite of rooms. Then I called up my best girlfriend, Betty Lewis, and told her what it was all about, and Betty agreed to move in with Lorelei for a few days to make sure she wouldn't go off the deep end. Also, I hoped that Lorelei might say something, perhaps name somebody that would give me a clue to work on. And Betty, of course, promised to keep her ears open. This silly feeling I had that a hunch was coming, a hunch that I couldn't pin down, bugged me for the next 2 days. During that time, there was no word from Betty and nothing but silence from Sergeant Barney Foster. Half a dozen times, I was on the verge of going back to that apartment for another look. But why? To look for what? Then, on the afternoon of the third day, I decided the only way to make the hunch materialize was to go back there, but not alone.
Well, now, I don't know, sir. The policeman said it was all right for you to go up there, but...
I'll be completely responsible.
Very well, sir. Here's the key you'll need.
Thank you. Shall we?
You've been terribly, terribly kind to me, Johnny.
Don't you think you've deserved it, Lorelei?
And Betty. Such a wonderful girl. She's been a wonderful comfort.
I thought you two would get along.
If you and Betty ever get married, I can only hope you'll be as happy as Timothy and I were before the...
You sure you don't mind this coming back here this way?
No. Anything I can possibly do to help, Johnny. You know that.
I wish to heaven I knew what kind of help I need. Well, maybe if we just talk about most anything. You were up at Cape Ann, you said,
Yes, sir. Sketching.
Oh, it's a mighty beautiful country up there, isn't it?
I'd never seen it before, only heard about it. It is beautiful. I hope I can go back again sometime and sketch and paint some more. If only Timothy had gone along with me.
Yeah, this whole thing might not have happened.
Yeah, but he knew the salt air wouldn't agree with him, so... Do you suppose, Johnny, that it would be all right if I took some of my clothes and things as long as I'm here?
I'm afraid you'd better not, Lorelei. The sergeant wants to come back here, you know.
Oh, yes, I vaguely remember him saying that. I'm afraid I wasn't aware of much that day.
I don't blame you. Lorelei.
What, Johnny?
It's kind of a strange name for a nice, gentle person like you.
Is it? Why?
Weren't the legendary Lorelei the sirens who enticed men to their destruction?
Good heavens, Johnny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tell me, did you make any sketches up there, Cape Ann?
Oh, yes. Lots of them. Would you like to see some of them?
Very much. I know that place pretty well.
Well, here they are. Right here in this portfolio.
Oh, you leave your masterpieces lying around here in the front hall?
Oh, I wish they were masterpieces. Here, now, you recognize this?
Oh, sure. That's the big bay on the west side of the Cape.
Uh-huh. And surely you've seen this, the Bunny Cottage?
Oh, yes. The two windows in front that look like eyes and the white chimneys that look like ears sticking up. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's wonderfully quaint, isn't it? And it does look like a bunny, a big white bunny.
And you were never up there before?
Oh, no, never. But I'll go again.
Oh, no, Lorelei, I'm afraid not.
What?
Lorelei, destroyer of men. It's a fact, isn't it?
What, Johnny, what makes you say a thing like that?
You were the one person to benefit by your husband's death.
Johnny.
And the one person who could get in here with your own key in that back door without being seen by one of those doormen. Came in by the back way and killed him.
Johnny, please, you don't know what you're saying.
How you found out I was coming to make such a nice alibi for you, I don't know. Maybe you overheard him on the phone just before you killed him.
Now, please listen to me. Don't talk this way.
Then you left by the back door again. You waited when you saw me arrive, came in after me, this time by the front door.
Johnny, no, I told you. You know it. I'd just come back from Cape Ann. You know that. You helped me with my luggage.
I helped you with a suitcase and an attaché case. But you were not carrying this portfolio full of the sketches you made at Cape Ann. In other words, you had to have been in here before. Well?
No, I tell you... All right. Listen to me carefully, Johnny. Yes, I did kill him. I killed him. Because he was an egotistical, self-centered, crazy old man. Because of the money. Millions, Johnny. Millions of dollars. To play with, to have fun with, enjoy life. And listen, Johnny. You and I, with all that wonderful money. Just the two of us, Johnny.
Nice try, Lorelei. But not this time. Oh, why do they do it? Why don't they learn? Don't they know it won't work? That sooner or later they're bound to be found out? And why a lovely little thing like Lorelei? Lorelei, destroyer of men. Expense account total? Oh, who wants it? Who wants anything out of a case like this? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Rita Lloyd as Lorelei, Sam Gray as Sergeant Barney Foster, Herb Duncan as Ed Williams, Arthur Cole as Timothy Jarrett, and Guy Repp as the doorman. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is Len Walker at Surety Mutual Insurance.
Out there in the wild and golden west?
Yep. Still holding down a desk out here in San Francisco.
How are you, Len? What goes these days?
Goes off is more like it, Johnny.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
3 neat, tidy little explosions that have cost us well over $1 million apiece.
Wow. What kind of explosions, Len?
Rocket fuel type of stuff.
Oh?
Yeah.
Where?
The Bascom Development Company. It's hidden away along the coast a few miles south.
Bascom, hmm?
So if you want to grab your spacesuit and pop on out here, well, who knows? Maybe they'll oblige by sending you a loft on their next blow-up.
You make it sound very attractive, Len.
I'll tell you this, Johnny. If you can find out the why of this and put a stop to it, we'll pay you enough to let you fly high and wide and handsome for a long time to come.
Now you do make it sound attractive.
Well, then?
Okay. I'll start practicing on the first plane I can get.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator,
yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Surety Mutual Insurance Company, San Francisco office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the top secret matter. Expense account item 1, $199.27. That covers a taxi out to Bradley Field, the hop to New York, and from there a one-stop flight on out to the West Coast. At New York International, I thought I was the last one aboard before takeoff. But just as the big jet started taxiing out to the runway, a well-dressed gentleman with a well-stuffed briefcase plunked it into the seat beside me.
Wow, looks as though I just made it.
By the skin of your teeth, and you better fasten your seatbelt because... Hey, George!
What? Why, it's Johnny Dollar.
In person?
Well, this is an unexpected pleasure.
Well, how's the prosperous businessman?
Just fine, and you?
Couldn't be better. You on your way out to the coast, too?
No, just going as far as Chicago to our main plant and office. Oh, it's been a long time, Johnny.
It sure has. Tell me, are you still a vice president of that big chemical outfit?
I certainly am.
Oh, that's good. You're just the man I want to talk to. I want to ask some questions.
Oh? Why?
Hasn't your company got a hand, like all the others, in the liquid rocket fuel racket?
Certainly has. Or I should say had. Well, right now we're in the process of trying to turn down a contract.
No kidding. Well, how come? Well?
Well, I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Oh, top secret?
No, not quite. Not exactly top secret. As a matter of fact, it'll hit all the papers in just a few days now, so if you want to find out what it's all about... But now, wait.
Yeah?
Didn't you used to have a top security clearance?
I still have, from OSI, CIA, CIC. You want to see my credentials?
Why not?
Okay. Anything to get you off this big Mysterioso kick? Here, and here. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what's the big secret that's about to hit the headlines?
A new solid rocket fuel.
Well, I thought a lot of companies were working on that. Had even developed some of it.
They are and they have. But, Johnny, we now have a radically different one that was developed in our place through sheer luck.
How do you mean?
Well, there's a young East German fellow, a scientist. I don't even remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, he has enough degrees in chemistry from European universities to choke a horse.
Yeah?
Came to us for just a run-of-the-mill job in one of our labs. But a few months ago, entirely on his own, he came up with this solid fuel formula, handed it over to the company lock, stock, and barrel. Big boys checked it. Now, thanks to him, well, Johnny, it looks like we'll be light years ahead of the hammer and sickle competition.
Well, that's good.
And that's about all I can tell you about it.
Whatever you say.
Now, why'd you tell me I'm just the man you wanted to see?
Because maybe you can tell me something about a company out on the coast that is also in this field.
Oh, Johnny, out there must be hundreds of them, ranging from the big important ones like Air Search and Rocketdyne to little 1- and 2-man operations. Now, which is it?
The Bascom Development Company is somewhere near San Francisco.
Bascom, huh?
Yeah. What do you know about them? Well?
Nothing.
You sure?
No, Johnny, I'm afraid I never even heard of them.
Oh, you're a lot of help.
I'm sorry.
All right, what'll we talk about now? Politics? Religion? Women? Sex? Or something sensible like fishing? The way those jets traveled, there wasn't time to talk about much of anything before George got off the plane in Chicago. By the time I had an afternoon snack and prepared to settle down for a nap, we circled and landed at San Francisco International. Item 2, $470 for a cab into Len Walker's office. That's across from the Sheraton Palace and my pals at KCBS.
Now, where do you plan to stay while you're here, Johnny?
At the Huntington up on the hill.
Fine. So grab yourself some dinner, get a good night's sleep, and you can take off first thing in the morning.
Take off again?
Mm-hmm. I'll have a rental car sent around to you there at the Huntington.
Len, aren't you going to tell me first what this is all about?
Bascom Development Company.
Yes, you said that much on the phone.
Well, now look here on this map.
Yeah?
Now, you go down here on 101, then cut over to Route 1, then down the coast to here. A few miles south of Big Sur.
Wait a minute now. If memory serves me right, that highway is chiseled out of the side of a lot of cliffs that rise up out of the blue Pacific.
Right.
So what can be there but a lot of rocks and trees and the ocean?
A little well-hidden side road that goes down through the trees to a leveled-off spot on the very edge of the ocean. That's where you'll find the Bascom Development Company. Only for security reasons, it's been made to look like a cluster of summer homes.
You say they've been having explosions?
3, Johnny. And as a result of them, 3 deaths. That's where we've had to pay off through the nose.
Why?
Well, the men, they were chemists or engineers he had working for him, all had insurance that Bascom paid for. A cool $1 million apiece.
And he was the beneficiary?
Half to him, half to the families of those men.
Oh.
It's common practice where people of great importance to a company are concerned.
Yeah. Tell me, just how much do you know about the explosions?
I think you'll do better by getting that from Bascom himself. I told him you're on your way.
Oh?
Yes?
Okay, Len. Whatever you say. item 3, $12.80 for cocktails and dinner at the Fleur de Lis. After all, I was on expense account. Why not live it up? After a good night's sleep at the Huntington, I took off. After passing through San Jose and Salinas, I cut over through Monterey and Carmel and hit California's wonderful one, Highway number 1. It took me through beautiful wooded hills and forests and then along the edge of the sea. It's a narrow, tortuous road with nothing but high cliffs on the left and a sheer drop-off on the right, sometimes for several hundred feet to the ocean below. And it is a beautiful, beautiful drive. At Point Sur, that's S-U-R, means south, the cliffs are almost perpendicular, so the highway goes a bit inland for a stretch. And then I found the sharply slanting little side road that Len had indicated on the map. I had to make my way down it in low, low gear. And there at the ocean's edge was the group of... Well, Len was right. They did look like harmless summer cottages. But there was an armed guard at the entrance gate. I showed him my clearances. He made a phone call, then directed me to the second building down the road. However, as I started to pass the first one, a small, white clapboard sort of building, it looked like, I heard a sharp, strange, crackling sound like timbers breaking. I looked up. The side of the building seemed to bulge out momentarily, and then... reacted purely instinctively, shoved hard on the accelerator. But by the time that explosion really took hold, I was almost past it. Nonetheless, my rental car rolled completely over with me inside. Shook me up a little, but otherwise I was okay. From a building down the line, several intelligent but very angry-looking men came running over, hauled me out as roughly as possible, then shoved me unceremoniously into the next-door private office of Mr. Horace Alderworthy Bascom. Bascom, a slight, gray-haired man of about 60, sat quietly behind his desk, holding a gun on me in a way that indicated he could and wouldn't hesitate to use it if it became necessary. Until I produced my credentials and told him why I was there. Then he dismissed the others, shoved the gun back into the drawer of his desk, and said,
"I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar. We're all of us a bit on edge these days, and no doubt Doctors Harvey and Welcome and young Franklin thought that you had caused the explosion there in Unit 1.
Doctors, Mr. Bascom?
Of science, chemistry. Best I've been able to find.
Oh, I'll tell you this about them. They not only have brains, but muscles.
They're all experts in the field of explosives.
Are they?
The best.
I wonder after what just happened.
You were very fortunate, Mr. Dollar. Had that explosion occurred just a fraction of a second earlier,
I wouldn't be sitting here, would I?
Your body and the remains of your car would have toppled over the edge of that narrow spot beside Unit 1 and ended up on the rocks some 200 feet below. No question of it.
I don't doubt it. But now, aren't you concerned about what's happened to that Unit 1? From this window, it looks like a shambles.
Yes, like a few others that have gone before it.
Do you want to take a look and see if you can figure why it blew up? I know I do.
I'm afraid it would take far more scientifically knowledgeable minds than ours to determine the cause of this latest misfortune. And as you can see, Dr. Welcome and some of his aides are looking it over very carefully.
Well, I still want to look.
Of course. And I sincerely hope you can accomplish something. Thank heaven this time there was no one hurt. We've lost 3, Mr. Dollar. 3 of our finest chemists during the past 3 months.
So I understand.
And each of them, I'm convinced, just when he was on the threshold of a solution to this tremendously important project of ours.
Just what is this project, Mr. Bascom?
Creation of an uncommonly efficient semi-liquid rocket repellent that will, I am convinced...
Semi-liquid?
Yes. Yes, an almost unbelievably powerful gelatinous substance with all the energy of the complicated liquid fuels and the stability of a solid. If I can develop it, Mr. Dollar, it will be the greatest triumph in the history of space rocketry. And I will have made it. I alone will hold the secret of it.
And yet you're not a scientist.
Well, in the purely academic sense, no. But without my aims and my ideas, without my money to provide the means for their experimentation, these men I employ could accomplish nothing. And that means that... Well, what's the matter, Mr. Dollar? You are all right, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sure. But as long as this last explosion just happened, I'd like to get out there and see if we, or maybe your Dr. Welcome, can pin down the cause of it.
Oh, yes, of course. Believe me, if anyone can determine it, Welcome can.
But Welcome couldn't, nor could I. In spite of Mr. Bascom's help in combing through the ruins, and we really combed. A lot of theories got aired, but none that led to any definite conclusions. Then, early that evening in his quarters, I talked at some length with Dr. Welcome about not only this, but the 3 previous explosions.
No, I don't think so, Mr. Dollar. It's simply that some of the materials, the components used, are so unstable, so highly volatile, and shock susceptible that... And yet every possible precaution is taken, not only in the handling, but in the storage of them.
Mm-hmm.
So unless someone were setting them off deliberately, as you suggest might be possible...
An awful lot of people don't want to see our national rocketry program succeed. Don't you forget that, Doctor.
Yes, but someone here in this closely knit organization, no, I can't believe it. Another thing, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
Williams, Thornbury, and Brenner.
Are those the 3 who were killed?
Yes. Now, certainly you don't suggest they deliberately caused the explosions that caused their own deaths.
That's hardly likely, I guess.
Not a bit likely. And Mr. Dollar, each of them was entirely alone in the laboratory when the accident occurred.
You sure of that, Dr. Welcome?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me, was there anybody in Unit 1 this afternoon when it went off? Or anywhere near it?
No, you were the only one near it.
And you sure of that?
Absolutely certain.
Mm-hmm. Tell me something else, Doctor.
If I can, yes.
How close are you fellows to this rocket fuel?
Well, Mr. Dollar, I believe that Williams and Thornbury and Brenner were very close to it, each in his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bascom and a couple of the other chaps and I felt they had found it. But now, of course, we'll never know. So, all the rest of us can do is keep on trying.
You don't sound very confident.
Well, sometimes it's very discouraging. And with the cutbacks in salary we've been obliged to take. But it's a challenge, and challenges are what make a profession like ours worthwhile. They and the opportunity to serve this country.
Who sparked this whole idea in the beginning?
Oh, I understand it was a young German chap that Mr. Bascom found somewhere abroad.
What?
Yes.
What was his name?
Kellerholz. Hans Kellerholz.
Kellerholz. I see. All right, Dr. Welcome.
Gentlemen?
Oh, Mr. Bascom.
Well, have you found anything? Anything to indicate what might...
No, it doesn't look as though we have, Mr. Bascom. Not a thing.
Oh,
what's more, I've suddenly remembered that I'm supposed to be back in San Francisco tonight, so I'll have to run. If, that is, my car is still usable.
I understand it isn't. But if you'll wait a moment, I'll bring mine around.
Oh, I appreciate that.
But your investigation here...
Oh, don't you worry. I'll be back.
Well, I certainly hope so.
San Francisco? No. I drove Mr. Bascom's car out to the highway and headed south to the first filling station I could find. And there, after parking out on the far edge of the highway, I ran up item 4, $21 even in telephone calls. And what I learned from them, figuratively, blew this whole case wide open. My first phone call was to George Langley, the man I'd met and talked to on the plane, at his home in Chicago. Thanks to his information, the second call was to the young German chemist who developed the solid rocket fuel that they were about to announce. You guessed it. His name was Hans Kellerholz. What Kellerholz said to me about his reasons for having left the Bascom project to work at one of America's big, established, reputable chemical firms told me more than I'd even hoped for. And then, to top it all, well, let's face it was mighty lucky for me that I hadn't taken the drive up to San Francisco. Because when I stepped out of the phone booth there at the little gas station...
You know, I sure hope you don't need any more of my small change, mister.
No, that was the last call I had to make, and thanks for the use of the phone.
Don't belong to me, it belongs to the phone company.
Well, thanks anyway.
Say now, maybe you want to drive your car over to this side of the road and fill her up, maybe?
Might not be a bad idea.
The why you parked along that edge over there, so close to that drop-off, I'll never know it. Hey, look! Look, you see?
I see, all right.
One of the tires must have went, you see? Well, she's rolling on over down the cliff.
One of the tires? Oh, no.
What'd you say?
Did you hear that little explosion? See the way that car sagged over?
Well, yeah, I guess I did.
It must have had a time mechanism.
Huh?
If that happened the way it was supposed to while I was tearing up this crooked highway on the way to San Francisco, nobody would ever have known. Listen.
Yeah?
Is that your car over there beside the station?
Sure.
Look, here's $100 for the use of it just for tonight, okay?
Are you kidding? Sure, it's okay.
Okay, then, give me the keys. Luckily, the same guard was on duty, and he let me through the gate to Bascom's setup without question. And more important, without announcing me. In the darkness, then, I slipped the lock on the door of Bascom's office, went inside, pulled down the shades, put on a light, and looked around. And I finally found it. A small switch under the sill of the window facing out to where Unit 1 had been. And if those wires on it had led underground to some kind of a detonator there in Unit 1 this afternoon.
Mr. Dollar.
Better come in, Mr. Bascom.
Yes, I certainly will.
Just sit down there at your desk anywhere.
Well, of course, if you like. Did you break your way in here?
You, want to tell me why, Mr. Bascom?
Why? Why what? Afraid I don't understand.
I want to know your reasons for the explosions.
Why, you're implying that I was responsible for them, Mr. Dollar?
Entirely.
And you honestly think that you can prove a wild assertion like that?
Yes, I honestly think I could. Otherwise, instead of sitting here talking with you, don't you think I'd be out and around investigating further?
Yes, I suppose you would.
Let's look at some facts. Like the explosion this afternoon that nearly killed me because you knew I was coming here. The switch I found under the windowsill. Well?
Yes.
And your help in combing through the ruins? Help? Or careful misdirection so I wouldn't find the detonator you'd rigged up, nor a trace of the wiring from that switch?
Of course.
Those cutbacks in salaries. You needed money, didn't you, Mr. Bascom, like all that insurance you collected?
Yes, very true.
And something you said this afternoon. I and I alone will hold the secret of this fuel. So when you thought that Williams and Thornbury and Brenner had it, to keep it for yourself, you killed them. Is that about it, Mr. Bascom?
Just about, I guess. And all because of a young chemist I brought over here.
Hans Kellerhaus.
Yes. I was supposed to be over there in Germany on a vacation. Actually, it was only in order to establish contact with him and hope that I could capitalize on his knowledge of missile fuels. Took a lot of time, a lot of money. Most of it spent in bribes to East German authorities. But I finally got him over here.
I see.
He was so glad to be free for the first time in his life, so grateful for an opportunity to work in this country, that he was willing to agree to anything.
Which means what, Mr. Bascom?
I was to have complete control of anything he might create and develop here.
And what happened? Did he find out you were in this thing only for personal gain?
Yes. So he came in here one morning and told me that he was leaving. That he would keep his word, however, and relinquish claim to whatever he had developed here. My demand, he put that in writing. So I let him go. Like an idiot.
Why do you say that?
Well, I thought he'd completed the fuel, that I could go ahead and produce it and sell it and make millions. Millions, Mr. Dollar. And without having to share with him. But I was wrong. He hadn't finished.
Mm-hmm.
I hired other men, the best that I could find from all over, in the hope that they could carry on from where he'd left off. But all it did was cost me money. Money. And the only way I could think of to get enough to keep going was by collecting that insurance.
By committing murder?
Yes, I know. The first one was very difficult for me. But the second one, it meant another $500,000 to carry on with. And the third, because all the time I kept hoping to get that rocket fuel.
I suppose I should have known. I never would. That my misdeeds would catch up with me.
Yes, you should have known. Are you ready to leave, Mr. Bascom?
I don't have to, Mr. Dollar.
Oh?
Here in this open drawer beside my hand is a .38 revolver. Loaded.
What are you thinking of, Bascom? For you or for me?
It's making a difference.
Would it really solve anything?
No, I guess it wouldn't. Shall we go?
It's almost unbelievable. I mean, the length to which some people will go to promote their own selfish interests at the sacrifice of others. Don't they know that somehow, sometime, there has to be a showdown? Expense account total, including repair charges on the rental car and the trip back to Hartford, $993.70. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a tale of the problems, at least one of the problems, that go with the owning of a gold mine. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Melville Ruick as Bascom, Court Benson as Dr. Welcome, Frank Campanella as George Langley, and William Mason as the gas station attendant. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Art Hanna speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Well, at long last.
What?
I say it's high time.
It is, huh?
Well, isn't it?
I don't know. High time for what?
High time you answered that phone. And listen.
Well?
This is Jimmy Bartell.
Oh, Jimmy.
You know, over here at Mono Guarantee Insurance.
Of course I know. How are you?
Well, what happened to you, Johnny? Where have you been? I've been trying to reach you for about 4 weeks now.
Didn't you try my call service?
Yeah, I tried you. Huh? Oh, no, I guess I kind of forgot about that.
Oh, well, if you had, you'd have found out that last week I was at Grand Canyon, the week before in Corpus Christi, the week before that in Knoxville, Tennessee, and before that up in Boston.
Yeah, sure, gallivanting around the country while I've been sitting here up to my neck in trouble, beating my brains out, working my head off.
Sounds to me like you need a plastic surgeon.
What?
What's the problem, Jimmy?
The Burma Red, Johnny.
The what?
You heard me, the Burma Red.
Jimmy, are you sure you want me and not the State Department?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, I'll bite. Who is the Burma Red?
Not who, but what.
Well?
And listen, we carry the insurance, $500,000 worth. You hear that, fella? $500,000.
I am deeply impressed.
And, baby, if you can't get it back for us, that's exactly what we're going to have to hand over. In cold, hard cash. 500 G's.
Well, maybe I had better get to work on it.
Good. And I don't need to tell you what your commission will be if you do recover it.
What else do you think I'm thinking of?
Then the job is yours, Johnny. And, brother, I sure hope that you can find it and get it back.
The Burma Red?
Right.
Just one thing, Jimmy, if you don't mind.
Sure, Johnny.
Before I start gallivanting around the country, as you put it, looking for this thing...
Yeah?
Don't you think that it might be nice if I have some slight idea, some inkling of what it is, this Burma Red?
I told you. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Come on over here and I'll tell you all I know about it.
Okay.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special message. To the parents of schoolboy patrol members who were taking the Washington trip, the buses with the patrol will arrive at Durham Union Bus Station this evening about 7:15 to 7:30. We repeat, the Durham Schoolboy Patrol Washington buses will arrive at the Union Bus Station this evening at 7:15 to 7:30. Parents are asked to be present to pick up their children. The parents, are also asked to use the Sears parking lot. 7:15 to 7:30 the time.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Mono Guarantee Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Burma Red matter. Expense account item 1. $1.20 for a cab from my apartment to Jimmy Bartell's office in the Spear Building down on the square. Jimmy's specialty, incidentally, is property insurance, especially where fine artwork is concerned. And in this case,
Yeah, Johnny. 4 solid weeks I buzzed that phone of yours, and what I thought of you for not being there to answer it wouldn't be fit to print.
All right, I'm here now, so stop bellyaching.
But maybe you're too late, fella. He's already gotten into country with it.
The Burma Red.
That's right, the Burma Red.
Which is what?
I told you, Johnny. It's. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't. Now, listen.
I'm listening.
It was brought over here a couple of years ago as part of a collection by some countess or other. Got written up in all the picture magazines.
Do I hear a slight echo?
Echo?
Yes, from the case I had on my hands last week.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know what you had a case of. But listen.
Go on.
Having been a part originally of the Buckingham collection over there in England, you know, well, as you might expect, it was picked up here by Winkler and Winkler.
The big jewelry outfit down in New York.
The same?
Oh, then I do hear an echo. So it's a piece of jewelry and it's been stolen from them.
No.
The same as the Otara's necklace I recovered last week.
No again.
For Northeast indemnity. No?
No, Johnny. It's just a single unmounted stone, a ruby. But so help me, it's big enough to choke a horse, and now it's gone.
When did you say it was stolen from them?
I didn't, because it wasn't. They'd sold it to that wealthy old Mrs. Harvey Larriman Brittingham. Lives out in the edge of town.
Oh, I see.
But 4 weeks ago, somebody neatly chiseled open her wall safe and walked off with it.
Chiseled?
Okay, blew it. What's the difference?
Plenty. Knowing a safecracker's method can help a lot in pinning him down.
No, the police think they know who did it, all right.
Well, what do you need me for?
To get that stone back.
But if they already know who did it...
But they couldn't prove it. Sure, the modus operandi, the way the safe was blown, it pointed straight to him and nobody else. But also he was known to be here in town.
Who?
But they couldn't pin it on him. He had himself a perfect alibi.
Who, Jimmy?
So maybe it was rigged. They couldn't break it.
Jimmy.
But, Johnny, it had to be Oscar Mayfield.
Mayfield?
They held him as long as they could, went through everything he owns, checked out every contact he made while he was here in Hartford. And all that got him was nothing, and not very much of that.
I'll say this. If Oscar Mayfield, the old master, made that heist...
So what could they do but let him traipse merrily on back to New York, where he's been living lately?
Look, Jimmy...
But I figure, despite the police report on all the work they did, I figure that somehow Mayfield got away with that ruby.
Jimmy, I'm inclined to think you may be right. I know Oscar Mayfield. He's clever. I've tangled with him before. And, come to think of it, he made a promise to me once.
Mayfield? Made a promise?
Mm-hmm.
What was it, Johnny?
That if I ever tried to interfere with him again...
Yeah? Well?
He'd see to it that I had a very nice funeral.
To look neat in the heat, look for Dacron on the label, 'cause Dacron is a man's best friend.
Right, men, Dacron is your best friend when it comes to staying wrinkle-free and neat all summer. Look for Dacron in lightweight suits, handsome slacks, good-looking sport coats, too. You'll stay well-pressed and well-dressed thanks to Dacron by DuPont.
There's just no denying in the clothes he'll be buying, Dacron is a man's best friend.
Expense account item 2. 65 cents for a cab to police headquarters where, after some inquiries, I ended up talking with Sergeant Holly Holcomb. He wasn't very encouraging.
Sure, Dollar. He was known to be in town. Known to have tried to leave right after it. Trademark he left on the wall safe was his. Plain as the nose in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And we pride ourselves on knowing the M.O.s of all the safe men within 1,000 miles.
Yes, I know you do, and rightly so.
But he couldn't pin a thing on him. All the direct evidence we didn't have on him because of his alibi apparently checking out all the way, you know. We simply couldn't hold him on nothing more than suspicion any longer.
No.
Especially with that smart mouthpiece he dragged in. If he tried, he would have sued us from here to Kingdom Come. I mean, if you know Oscar Mayfield.
Only too well, Sergeant.
And you know what I mean. I suspect him just as much as you do. But till we have something definite, some real tangible clue... Well, anyhow, he went back to New York.
Have you notified the police down there?
Sure I am. Lieutenant Singer at the 18th Precinct. And, isn't he an old friend of yours?
Randy Singer? He certainly is.
Well, I haven't heard a word from him, not in over a week now, so why don't you call him? Or better still, go down there and see him. See what goes.
All right, Sergeant. Maybe I'll do that. There was some more talk between us, and Sergeant Holcomb gave me every detail of the job. Told me what they'd found and what they'd done about it. And yes, all the completely unconfirmed evidence pointed straight to Oscar Mayfield. Unconfirmed and unconfirmable evidence because of the man's unshakable alibi. Item 3, 85 cents for a phone call to Lieutenant Randy Singer, 18th Precinct, New York Police Department.
You mean to say you just now found out about that heist?
That's right, Randy. I just found out.
You see, Johnny, if you didn't spend so much time gallivanting all over the place, you might be of some use around here.
You didn't get a promotion for all the gallivanting I did for you last week.
Oh, darn it, I guess I should have worked that case myself. Well, how about this Mayfield?
You've kept an eye on him?
I've done everything but tap his phone line.
And?
Nothing, Johnny, absolutely nothing. You just didn't get on this one soon enough.
I know what you mean. Unless he's changed these last couple of years, Oscar Mayfield is not one to hold on very long to whatever he's lifted.
Right. And if he did snatch that stone, you can be sure he passed it on and collected for it long before this.
And yet there's always the chance.
So, in the case of a big hunk of rock like that, it means one of two things. The guy who bought it from him is either carting it out of the country and far away, or having it cut up into little ones that nobody will ever be able to identify.
I guess Mayfield would have passed it along in one big fat hurry.
I know we couldn't find it. Anywhere on or around him. We tried every trick. And I mean trick, Johnny. Until he started to yell at the DA, and the DA started yelling at us. Johnny, I understand. I've just heard this, mind you.
Yeah?
Well, I understand that one of my boys... he was off duty, of course, so it was completely unofficial, you understand?
Yeah.
Well, I heard he even went so far as to roll Mayfield one night in the alley back of a nightclub.
What?
Not a sign of that, Ruby.
Randy, if the department ever catches up with these unofficial tricks of
Look,
yours...
I told you, Johnny, I only heard that. But I know myself it isn't hidden anywhere in his apartment.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Randy, didn't you and your clever little boys completely overlook the Otara's necklace that was hidden in the back of a camera just about a week ago?
Oh, now that was different.
So that I had to get lucky and find it for you?
Okay. So you happen to guess right. For once.
So maybe I better get on down your way and look around for myself. Tell me, where does Mayfield live?
A hotel apartment over at 614 East 49th. But it's no use, Johnny.
Why, just because he's always gotten rid of things quickly in the past?
Nope.
Or because you knuckleheads couldn't find the ruby?
No, Johnny.
You haven't been able to hold him on suspicion and make a real investigation?
I mean because by the time you can get here, he won't be.
All right, then I'll grab the first plane I can and... What was that?
Your pal Mayfield has paid up his rent and he's moving out. He's got himself a reservation on a plane to Mexico City this afternoon.
Uh-oh.
And by the time you get to his place, he'll be gone.
Randy.
Yeah?
Can't a genius like you come up with some excuse to hold him there for me?
Oh, flattery will get you nowhere, Johnny. The answer's no. I've run out of tricks. Anything else I might try would only get me into hot water.
Oh, wait, Randy.
Yeah?
Maybe I know a little trick to hold him over.
Well, don't expect any official help from me or the department if you do come down it. What kind of a trick, Johnny?
What's the difference?
Now, look, if you're thinking you're doing something illegal...
Oh, Randy, how you
that would
talk.
only get us in order to clamp down on you.
Don't worry about it. I'll be in touch. Illegal? I don't know why, but I'd suddenly remember that during my run-in with Mayfield a couple of years ago, there'd been talk about a man who was fencing his stuff. A man who had been only vaguely identified as Hugo. The last name had never come to light. Okay, maybe that name still meant something to him. If so, it justified item 4. $1.26 for a telegram to Mayfield. It read as follows. Urgent, that before you make any deal, you call me immediately at Plaza 3, 9970, and I signed it, Hugo. And I had them put a rush on it, hoping it would give me some much-needed time. Item 5, $6 for a cab to Bradley Field. Item 6, $10.12 for a plane to New York. And when I got there, item 7 is $5.80 for a taxi to 614 East 49th Street. It was a smart, good-looking apartment hotel, which is more than I can say for the stuffy uniformed doorman.
Mr. Mayfield, did you say?
That's right. Mr. Oscar Mayfield. Is he still here? Is he in?
Whom shall I say is calling, sir?
Don't.
Don't?
Just give me his apartment number.
Your name, please?
Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry, but I must have your name, sir.
It's Dollar. Now, what's the apartment number?
Dollar. Very well.
No, you don't. Just put the phone down.
I beg your pardon.
It's granted. Now the number of his apartment.
Not unless I announce you, sir.
Now look, I am a special investigator.
Oh, you are?
Yes, and if you'd like to call the police and check on me, only I haven't time. Look here. These are my credentials.
And I tell you, sir, that unless I... Oh, I see. Mr. Johnny Dollar.
That's right.
The insurance investigator.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Well, you do now.
Well, nonetheless, Mr. Dollar...
Just give me Mayfield's apartment number, please. Now, what is it?
Well, it's 7G.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll phone that you're on your way up, sir.
You do, and I'll break your neck. 7G, Just in case he remembers what he once promised, I better make sure that this thing is working properly. Here we are. Now, let's see. Oh, yes, 7A. 7... Oh, there. 7E, 7F, and 7G. Well, Mr. Mayfield, I hope you are still here. Mr. Mayfield? Mayfield? Doggone it, if he's already flown the coop. He left it wide open. Mr. Mayfield? The well-furnished living room was empty. And so was a kind of study off at one side and a little bar kitchenette beyond it. As for the bedroom in the back, well, as I started through the door, I caught sight of a couple of handbags in front of a chest of drawers. So he was still here. What I didn't catch sight of, though, was the gun shoved around the side of the door into my back.
Just lift them up slowly, Dollar. Slowly, while I see whether you're armed. Yes, here it is. Thank you.
Okay, Mayfield.
Now over there, next to the bed. Go on.
Sure, why not? Are you happy now?
Dollar, I made you a promise once.
It's kind of foolish of you, wasn't it?
I'm going to keep that promise now.
You going to pull off a shot in a place like this?
This apartment is absolutely soundproof. One of the reasons I selected it.
I see.
Well, are you ready?
Have you tried the mild, kind taste of Kent? You should, because
you'll feel better about smoking with the taste of Kent.
With the micronite filter.
Refines away harsh flavor. Refines away hot taste. It makes the taste of a cigarette mild as a balmy day in the month of May.
Kent is the best for the flavor you like. Kent is the best for the flavor you like.
Yes, Kent is the best for a mild, kind taste. Smoke a carton of Kent without switching. Discover the kind taste of Kent's blend of the world's finest quality tobaccos. Then try your old brand. What a difference in taste.
Kent with the micronite, Kent with the micronite, Kent with the micronite filter. Refines away harsh flavors. Refines away hot taste.
You'll enjoy the mild, kind taste of Kent with the micronite filter.
And it looks like you were expecting me, Mayfield.
Oh, yes, Dollar, I was. You see, I figured right from the beginning that you might be called in on this case.
Then you do have the Burma Red, the ruby.
Now? Oh, of course not. You should know that I wouldn't hold on to a thing like that. Let's say it's been successfully disposed of.
And why do you hang around here?
Because I'm waiting for...
Yes?
I was waiting for you. To settle my old score with you. When I received that silly telegram, I was certain that you would be here.
No? You mean I pulled a boo-boo? Your old pal Hugo is dead?
I mean that ridiculous number you gave me to call.
It's too bad. I thought it was a pretty good idea to keep you trying it until I could get here.
Oh, I'll confess it did make me change my reservation to a later plane.
But after all, when I got nothing but a busy signal 8 times in a row, I naturally called the operator.
And she told you?
Yes, that it's a number used for testing. That a busy signal is all it ever gets. Obviously a trick, then. Worthy of you. So I waited for you. And when the doorman, following my explicit instructions, called me, told me you'd arrived, Oh, but I'm wasting time. What's more, I'm expecting someone else. So, Dollar, this is it.
Expecting me, maybe?
What?
Randy.
Just drop it right there, Mayfield. Gently now. All right, now dollars again. Now sit over there in that chair next to the window.
All right, anything you say, Lieutenant.
Oh, Randy, you're like the U.S. Marines. Here, you better keep this gun of his.
You know, I'm just glad you got careless and left that front door open out there.
I thought I heard a door close just before you made your dramatic entrance. But how come, Randy?
What do you mean, how come?
Well, from what you said on the phone...
So what? I'm off duty. Any reason I shouldn't just kind of drop around for a visit?
Oh, I'm glad you did.
You know something, Johnny?
What?
So am I. Now, I'll probably hate myself in the morning for saying this, but I've waited a long time for a chance to return some of the favors you've done me over the years.
That I've done you.
Well, Mayfield?
I'm afraid your so-called visit is completely pointless, Lieutenant. You must know very well that you won't find the ruby around here or anything to even remotely connect me with it.
Do I need to after the little party I walked in on? Yeah, that's right.
Huh?
You can stop smiling now.
Oh, very well. Very well, if you insist on booking me for an alleged attack on Johnny Dollar with a, quote, deadly weapon, unquote. Let us go down to your station house and have done with it.
This Grand Central Station?
Shall we? Shall we go, Lieutenant?
You just stay in that chair, Mayfield, while I...
No, Randy. While I answer the door.
Okay, but leave this one open so I can hear.
Right. Yes?
Yeesh, what a fancy layout this is.
Who are you?
You Oscar Mayfield.
Well, who did you expect to find here? Santa Claus?
Yeah, well, no. Look, Mr. Mayfield, you mind putting down a gun, huh?
Not till I'm sure you're okay. Come inside.
Yeah, sure.
All right, now what's your name?
Yeah, Rosie Gilliam. Look, you can frisk me. I'm clean.
And that package?
Well, it's from the boss. It's from Hugo. It's what you've been waiting for.
Oh, it's from Hugo, huh?
Yeah, sure, honestly. He said I should deliver it and get a receipt, then maybe you'd hand me a fin or a tenner.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe I better make sure that it's, whatever he was supposed to send over to me.
Well, you think I'd meddle with it, maybe do myself out of these delivery jobs he gives me and pays me so good?
You're on the level?
Yeah, honest, if you hit it.
Well, this contains what I think it does. By the way, where does Hugo hang out?
Well, how should I know? All I know is he calls me now and then, meets me at some place, and gives me something I should deliver.
I guess you're okay, then. Sit down there while I take a look at this.
Yeah, sure.
We'll just see now.
You know, you're the first gent to ever open one of those deliveries in front of me.
Am I?
Yeah, you're the very first. Holy jumping, look at that loot.
Where is he waiting to pick up the receipt, Rosie?
Yeah, I don't know. He only hunts me up when he's ready. Look at all that dough.
What kind of a receipt, Rosie?
He said you'd know what kind. Oh, man, would you look at that? Would you look at it?
All right, I'll write you one.
Yeah, maybe I could have a 20 for bringing it.
I'll give you a receipt to Mr. Hugo. Let's see, how is it now that he spells his last name?
You don't know, Mr. Mayfield?
Well, don't you know?
I should know how to spell Hemperschlag.
Hemperschlag. So that's it.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Listen, you are Mayfield, ain't you?
All right, Randy.
Randy who?
Lieutenant Singer of the police. Come in, Randy.
The police? Oh, no, I've been took. Mr. Hugo will kill me.
No, Rosie, I don't think he'll ever get the chance.
Just take it easy, Rosie.
Oh, no, listen, cop, I was...
We'll give you all the protection you need after we sign you in at headquarters.
Rosie, whatever your name is, you hair-brained idiot.
Just take it easy, Mayfield, and sit down. You too, Rosie.
Well, now, look at all this beautiful money.
Randy, unless I'm awfully wrong, it's payment to Mayfield for the ruby. And if you can locate a Hugo with the unlikely name of Hemperschlag, or maybe you'll save us the trouble, Mayfield. After all, now that we have his name, and who knows, if you talk, maybe the judge won't throw the whole book at you. Well?
Okay, Dollar. I know when I'm licked, I'll talk.
Mr. Hugo Hemperschlag, believe it or not, turned out to be a gem setter for the famous jewelry house of Winkler & Winkler, where he couldn't help knowing about all the important stuff brought into this country, and with the know-how to break it up after he'd arranged to have it stolen. Expense account total, well, in view of the commission I'll get on this one, forget it. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, I'll be back with a rather unusual story. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber, sound patterns by Joseph Cabibo. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Paul McGrath as Oscar Mayfield, Al Hodge as Lieutenant Randy Singer, Ivor Francis as Jimmy Bartell, Jack Grimes as Rosie, Santos Ortega as the sergeant, Mercer McLeod as the doorman. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Roger Foster speaking. Durwood Kirby's favorite program, The Gary Moore Show, weekdays on the CBS Radio Network.
CBS for Durham, Raleigh, WDNC.